I'll read verse 26. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 26. It says, for if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth.
Yep, you sinning willfully after receiving the knowledge of the truth. And what's the knowledge? The names, like the brother going into. Okay, you putting off the name, telling the congregation that the name don't matter. Okay, you ain't got to go into the Hebrew. Okay, you putting back all the wisdom of these scriptures for what? For naught.
Yep. It says, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sin.
There remaineth no more sacrifice, because what was the ultimate sacrifice? The Lord's only begotten Son, man. Okay, so you what? You pretty much put an X on him, like his works and what he did for us don't matter.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. Your last chance, you just cut it off.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, because you got individuals. You got to go into the history of why the book of Hebrews was written. You know, the book of Hebrews was written to the Israelites, the Hebrews. All right, that pretty much lost faith because they not necessarily lost faith, but they were lacking in faith due to thinking that Yahawah was going to return, and he didn't. So they was trying to go back to those carnal sacrifices. That's why the Apostle Paul, when you go into it, he was going into the ordinance of the high priest. He was going into the ordinance of the sacrifice and how all that wraps around Yahawah, with him being the priest after the order of Melchizedek. You know, so when it says, read verse 26 one more time.
Con. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 26. For if we sin willfully.
For if we sin willfully. What is sin? Sin is whenever you transgress the law. Okay? But sinning willfully here is talking about rejecting the sacrifice that Yahawah made, rejecting Yahawah in its totality. Right? So if you sin willfully, go ahead.
Con. Hebrews 10 and 26. For if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge.
Right, after you've received the knowledge, because the knowledge comes through Yahawah. After you've already received the knowledge of what? Salvation, the gospel. Right? Go ahead.
After we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins.
Right, there remaineth no more. Read that last part again.
Con. Hebrews 10 and 26. It says, for if we sin willfully after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins.
Right. There remaineth no more sacrifice for sins, because ultimately Yahawah is the ultimate sacrifice. So Yahawah isn't going to come back down on the scene. All right, he's not going to come back down on the scene and sacrifice himself again. Now we have to present our body. He is the ultimate sacrifice, of course. You know, but now we got to present our bodies as a living sacrifice, because what you're not willing to sacrifice is going to become your sacrifice.
That's right.
Right. So it says there's no more pretty much sacrifice for your sin. Right. Go ahead.
Con. Continuing on.
You got to think also too. You know, like I made the point. In this flesh, we're subject to vanity. We're subject to sin. We can't keep the law, statutes, and commandments perfect. You see, so that can't be talking about if you sin willfully. Now, of course, you're not going to just openly just go eat a pork sandwich. You know, openly just commit sin. You know, now do you still transgress and fall? Yes. You know, that's the reason why we look for Yahawah as our salvation. So what? He can save us and redeem us from these bodies. You see? But go ahead.
Con. This is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 27. It says, but a certain fearful looking for of judgment and fiery indignation, which shall devour the adversaries.
Right. Read that last part one more time.
God. Hebrews 10, verse 27. It says, but a certain fearful looking for of judgment and fiery indignation, which shall devour the adversaries.
Right. The fiery indignation, which is going to devour the adversaries. And that's talking about when Yahawah returns, man. You see? That's why the scripture says that, 1 Corinthians 10 or 2 Corinthians 10. Matter of fact, real quick, Shabbat, if I may just get one more. 2 Corinthians 10, and read verse 4 down to like verse 6 real quick.
It's like the cup.
No. 2 Corinthians 10. It says our principle, we battle not, we wrestle not against physical principles.
2 Corinthians 10 and 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High, to the pulling down of strongholds.
Right, which we know is talking about this word. All right, that's our weapons. Go ahead to pull down the strongholds, the devices, the imaginations of this world. You know, the wicked philosophies that are being pushed in this world. You know, go ahead.
Verse 5. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of the Most High.
Right, and this whole world and this whole system is exalting itself, is trying to exalt itself over Yahawah B'Shem Yahweh Shah, this whole anti-Messiah system, man. You know, this NWO, New World Order, transhumanism system, that's all against righteousness, man. Go ahead. And you got these people, 2/3 of our people that are wrapped up into this society, worshiping the image of the beast. Yeah. Go ahead.
In the middle of verse 5, I'll read verse 5 again. 2 Corinthians 10:5. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach.
Go ahead, continue.
Verse 6. And having in a readiness to
Go ahead.
Okay. And having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience.
Right, having in a readiness. So when that time comes and when it's fulfilled, you have a readiness in your mind, right, to fulfill the vengeance. Right? Read that last part again.
2 Corinthians 10:6. Having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience.
Right, which is going to come through Yahawah Shah. Go ahead.
When your obedience is fulfilled.
When your obedience is fulfilled. So when Yahawah Shah returns, you're going to have a readiness in mind to what? To bring forth vengeance that's going to come from Yahawah B'Shem Yahweh Shah, that's going to rest upon us. You see? Due to the disobedience that's being done in the world, man. And the main way that you can be disobedient as an Israelite is rejecting Yahawah Shah, man.
That's right.
You know?
Yep.
Of course, you know, if you just shun the laws, such as the commandments and Yahawah B'Shem Yahweh Shah in general, but if you just reject Yahawah Shah, you're rejecting Yahawah by default, man.
Yeah. Like, you know? If I may say, like, for example, the wicked scribes and Pharisees, they claim to be, you know, masters of the law and, you know, doing what they're supposed to do when it comes to the law, right? But what's the main thing that prevented them from being on a level? Basically, acknowledging Yahawah Shah, man. That's why he was constantly cursing them out. See? What was that in Matthew 23? The whole chapter, full of cursing out of the wicked scribes and Pharisees, man. Well, I mean, the whole like it's small point.
Yeah.
Continuing on in Hebrews chapter. Okay, yeah.
This the book of Isaiah chapter 8 and verse 13. Sanctify the Lord Yahawah B'Shem Yahweh Shah host himself, and let him be your fear, and let him be your dread.
Absolutely, man, because you ain't supposed to be fearing nobody but Yahawah B'Shem Yahweh Shah, man. Okay, the scripture goes into what? Don't fear the ones that can kill body, okay, and flesh, but fear him that can kill your mind, spirit, and soul, roughly paraphrasing, man. Okay?
Verse 14, and he shall be for a sanctuary.
He shall be for a sanctuary, man. Okay? The Lord, the name of the Lord, his only begotten son. Okay?
But for a stone of stumbling and for a rock of offense to both the houses of Israel, for a gin and for a snare to the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
Yeah, that's the 2/3, man. Okay, because when they come out here and hear this, they come out here and hear the truth of the gospel. All right, the Lord and the Heavenly Father, his only begotten Son, are two Negro, so-called Negro men. Okay, he got a controversy with his current society. All of that is a stumbling block to our people. Okay, they don't want to hear that. Okay, but this is good news to the ones who are faithful, okay, to the Lord, man. Okay, we rest with that knowledge. Okay?
Verse 15, and many among them shall stumble and fall and be broken and be snared and be taken.
Yeah, many of them going to be broken, stumble, and fall. Look at the house of Saul. The house of Saul fell through disobedience, man. Okay, you had a prophet like Samuel to warn Saul of things to come. Well, he wanted to do his own thing. Okay, he even bucked up to the point where he didn't want to get down with the next one who was the anointed, which is King David, and tried to kill him. All because of his disobedience. Trying to summon up men from the dead, okay? You got men right now saying that they're the son of God, okay? You ain't the son of God, man. You a man in the flesh. The Lord said he's not going to come back as a man in the flesh in Isaiah chapter 47. Yeah. So how can you be the son of God?
Yeah, the only begotten, because really, sons of God is the Israelites. You know what I mean? The three classifications of men, but the only begotten, because to beget, like it talks about what? Adam begat Seth, you know, Seth begat so on and so forth, right? To beget beget means like that comes from your loins. So the only spirit that the Heavenly Father himself begat or created himself was Yahawah. The only begotten son of the Heavenly Father is Yahawah. But the sons of the power, right? Sons of God, those are the Israelites. That's the classification of men. So, you know, we are sons of the power, you know what I mean? We're princes of the power. It's Yasharallah. Yeah. But the only begotten, like the scriptures say, there's many anti-Mashiachim, many men that are claiming that they are him. You know, Yahawah said that himself. So you got it, bro.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was going into, man, because you got this bug out up here on his knees, talking this made up language. Okay, we don't know what he's saying, but they're gonna say, yeah, I'm him, and I'm coming back with a vengeance. Man, you commit blasphemy, man. Yeah. Okay, and we went into that earlier when we first started camp. The Lord is gonna appear with power and great glory, man, on a cloud. Yeah. But you up here talking about you down here on the planet Earth, you the only begotten son of the Most High, man. You know. Yeah, that was it on there. Yep. You go back to what you were.
Yeah, I had that Hebrews 10. Yeah. I'm gonna drop down. This is Hebrews chapter 10, and I'll read verse 30. Actually, I'm sorry, verse 29. It says, "Of how much sorer punishment suppose ye shall he be thought worthy, who hath trodden underfoot the Son of the Most High, and hath counted the blood of the covenant wherewith he was sanctified and unholy."
So that's how you know it's talking about Yahawah.
Oh, yeah.
When you read up, it talks about how pretty much if you got judged underneath the law of Moses, pretty much in the side of 2 or 3 witnesses, the judgment will come down. So it's like, well, if that's the case underneath Yahawah being the only begotten of the Father, and he came to speak Yahawah's word, how much more do you think the Lord gonna jack your ass up if you reject him?
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
That's why the scripture says in Psalm 2, kiss the son, lest he be angry, man.
Yeah.
Then it says, like, at least his vengeance coming, he tear you into goddamn pieces, man. You know?
People didn't understand Yahawah's authority when he was on the earth.
Right. That's why, man, Salaki, that point that you just made, that's why, like, when the scribes and Pharisees was talking to him, they was like, man, look, as a matter of fact, hold where you at real quick. Get John the 8th chapter real fast. Get John chapter 8 and start at like verse 51 and read down to like verse 54.
John chapter 8 and verse 54.
Start at verse 51.
You said
51. Start at verse 51. Yeah.
John 8 and 51. Verily, verily, I say unto you, if a man keep my saying, he shall never see death.
Right, that's an authoritative statement, man. He's like, man, look, if a man keep my saying, man, you ain't gonna die. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 52.
And the saying is his instructions. Yahawah came on the scene and gave specific instruction. Look, do this, follow me, adhere to what I'm telling you, and you're gonna live. If you don't adhere to what I'm telling you, you're gonna die. Right? You're gonna be put to death. And through the spirit of power, Yahawah begin with our apostles and others on down, we come in the same spirit of authority, man. If you can't get right with the correct doctrine and get right with the program, the Lord gonna kill you. But that's what the Lord told us to tell the house of Israel. He's like, look, if a wicked man, if you tell the wicked that he shall surely die, and you don't say shit, now blood is gonna be in your hands. You know? But it's an authoritative way of coming about it, because Yahawah Bashim Al-Shah, the spirit of the Lord, is in us to speak these things. It's not us. Right? Go ahead.
You might find a point.
Yeah, go ahead.
And like it says in Luke 14, you know, he says, go out there to the highways and byways and compel them to come in. You know, we're going to the offering. That word compel means to make forcible by threats. You know? And that word sayings in the Greek, what we just read, Strong's G3056 logos, section D says doctrine or teaching. Anything reported in speech.
It's specific. Yahawah didn't come just giving instruction. It was like, you know what, I'm gonna give you some instructions, but y'all just do your own thing at the same time too. No, Yahawah said, he said, look, he said the words that I speak are spirit and life. Very, very direct. So the doctrine that we come with through the spirit and power of Yahawah is very direct. Whether you can receive it or whether you can't receive it, it's a direct doctrine that's only going to be given to the elect of Yahawah, whether you can receive it or not. Go ahead.
John 8 and 52. Then said the Jews unto him, Now we know that thou hast a devil.
He's like, so when Yahawah said that, he's like, man, so now we know you got demons on you.
Yeah.
Man, you know, man, you got demons on you, right? He's like, man, you know you got demons on you, man. Go ahead.
It says, Abraham is dead, and the prophets, and thou sayest, if a man keep by saying, he shall never taste of death.
Right, so he's like, man, look, Abraham is dead, the prophets is dead, but you saying if a man listen to you, they ain't gonna die. What the hell are you talking about? Man, you got demons on you.
Yeah.
Right? Let's see what Yahawah said there.
53. Art thou greater than our father Abraham, which is dead, and the prophets that are dead,
Right.
whom makest thou thyself?
Right, he's like, man, are you greater than Abraham? Are you greater than the prophets? They dead. Or so you make yourself better than them? What? Let's see what Yahawah said.
Verse 54. Yahawah answered, if I honor myself, my honor is nothing.
Right, man, look, so he's like, look, if I give myself glory and I honor myself, and my honor don't mean anything if I honor myself. Even though Yahawah, he could have honored himself and been fine because the Heavenly Father, Yahawah, already gave the green light for his authority already. He could have did it. He's like, man, but look, if I honor myself, my honor don't mean anything, right? And that comes in the same set as us. We don't come honoring ourselves, come and bearing in our own name. We come in the name of Yahawah B'Shem Shai, right? We don't come to seek glory on this earth and honor our own fucking selves, man. Right? That's not our job, right? Go ahead.
He says, Yahawah answered, if I honor myself, my honor is nothing. It is my Father that honoreth me.
He was like, man, look, my Father honors me, man. Right? When Yahawah got baptized, he said, man, this is my beloved Son who I'm well pleased. Here, listen to what he got to tell you. Listen to him. Right? That was the authentication. Right? Go ahead.
It says, I was going to get my regular Bible. It says, verse 54, he says, of whom you say that he is your power.
Right, he's like, but here it is. But he was like, look, the Father, he's the one that glorifies me. But you sit here and tell us that you worship him. Right? He's like, how are you gonna say that you worship God? That Yahawah, he is our God, Abraham is our father, but the Father glorified me. He gave his he authenticated me. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 55 said, yet ye have not known him. But I know him.
He's like, man, look, you don't know the Father, man. I know him personally. I was with him. I was there in the beginning with him, man. He's like, I know him personally, man. I was there. He's like, no man ever has ascended before the Heavenly Father, man. He's like, but look, I came except for the one that descended. That's what Yahawah said, for lack of better words, man. He's like, I was there with him. I came down here and I was in his presence. You know? That's why Yahawah said, look, he said, he that seeth me seeth the Father. Go ahead. It's a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to grab my regular Bible, Salaki.
Yeah,
it says, verse 55, he says, yet you have not known him, but I know him.
Right.
And if I should say, I know him not, I shall be a liar.
Yeah, man, look, if I told you I didn't know him, I'll be a liar like you. Go ahead.
Like unto you. But I know him and keep his saying.
Right? He said, but I know him and I keep his sayings. See? Yahawah came on a specific mission, man. This whole doctrine revolves around Yahawah. He's the nucleus of this doctrine. He's the nucleus of the gospel. He's the nucleus of the scriptures, man. Everything revolves around him. See? So if you reject him, by default, you reject Yahawah. By default, you reject the whole scriptures, man. Go ahead.
Verse 56. Your father Abraham rejoiced to see my day.
He's like, man, look, hey, your father Abraham rejoiced to see me, man. That's a dark saying, man. You know, because who was the son of Abraham? Isaac. Who did Abraham go to receive a blessing? He went to Melchizedek, Malak Tazadok. We all know who that is, and if you don't know, that's Yahawah. Okay? He's like, man, look, your father Abraham rejoiced to see my day. Because remember the blessing that was given to Abraham. What was told to Abraham? What was specifically told unto Abraham? He said, and through thy seed, all the nations of the earth shall be blessed. Yep. Through your seed. He didn't say seeds, seed, singular. Which that seed is who? Yahawah is like, it's me, hello. Your father rejoiced to see my day. I'm here. Right? Go ahead.
He says, your father Abraham rejoiced to see my day, and he saw it and was glad.
Right, it says, and he saw it. So how did Abraham see it? And that's a cut to you Christians. How did Abraham see it? How did Abraham see Yahawah, the day that Yahawah came on the scene when Abraham was alive back then, according to what the Pharisees and scribes are saying? Right? We just explained it. Isaac came on the scene. And he seen it before Isaac was on the scene through Melchizedek. Go ahead.
It says, verse 57, then said the Jews unto him, thou art not yet 50 years old, and hast thou seen Abraham?
It's like, man, look, boy, man, you ain't even 50. How the hell you see Abraham? You ain't even 50 years old, man. What are you talking about? Right? But Yahawah was going over their heads, man. You know? That's why he said earlier, he said, look, ye are from beneath, I'm from above, man. You can't receive the things that I'm telling you because you earthly, man. You can't receive it. Go ahead.
Micah 5:2. But thou, Bethlehem Ephratah, though thou be little among the thousands of Judah, yet out of thee shall he come forth unto me, that is to be ruler in Israel, whose goings forth have been from old, from everlasting.
That's the sure mercies of David, man. Okay? Yahawah, once King Solomon under King David, but that seed line came through what? Joseph. Okay? And Joseph's seed was Yahawah, man. He had parents on the earth. It says he was made in the fashion of man, man. He was in waters. Okay? A birth, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 7. Okay?
Oh yeah, there's some more. Oh well, yeah, I do. Because it says, right, the prophet Micah says, whose goings forth have been from old, from everlasting. Right, and in the spirit, that's what's going into his origins as being Malak Tazadok, Melchizedek. That's why the Jews couldn't get it, man, because spiritual things are spiritually discerned. As Yahawah said in John the 5th chapter, you know, search the scriptures, and in them you think you have eternal life, but these are they which testify of me. You know, from the very beginning, you know, Moses believed in Yahawah, man. You go, what is that? Deuteronomy the 18th chapter. You know, Deuteronomy 32, talking about the rock. You know, all throughout the Torah, you know, the Apocrypha, you know, the prophet Ezra in the 7th chapter literally calls him by name. My son Yahawah, you know, whom you shall see. You know, but yet that just goes to show, like as we pulled Isaiah the 8th chapter, how he's a stumbling block unto many of our people, man. But as a small sanctuary unto the elect, man.
Because he's hidden throughout the scriptures, man. Yahawah, he's hidden throughout the scriptures. That's why when you read in John 5, it says what? He says, search the scriptures, for in them you will find life, because it's pretty much it's written of me. You know? In John the 5th chapter it says that. You know?
Isaiah chapter 53 goes into him being in prison, okay, being afflicted by men and beat. How does Isaiah 53 in the Old Testament talk about something that was going to happen years after that, man? It's talking about Yahawah.
This is the book of John, chapter 9, and verse. I'm gonna grab it in NLT. That's cool.
Hey, read this beat.
Okay. I got a question to ask you, sir. We got a question.
Okay. John chapter 9 and verse 39. Then Yahawah told him, I entered this world to render judgment, to give sight to the blind, and to show those who think they see that they are blind.
Yep, because what also did he say? He said, I ain't come back for people who ain't need no physicians. I didn't come back for people who are already healed. I came back for the sick, okay? I came back for those who need a physician. So we got
John 9 and 39. Then Yahawah told him, I entered into this world to render judgment.
To render judgment. Because isn't this a place where it says the law is slack? Okay? Habakkuk said, why does the Lord keep showing me iniquity and transgression? Because this is a place where the laws of the Most High are not put up as a standard. And Yahawah said he's coming back to put that back on the planet Earth.
Says to render judgment, to give sight to the blind, and to show those who think they see that they are blind.
Yeah, to show those who think they see, okay, that they're blind. Because if a man think if he knows something, he ought to know that he don't know anything, man. Okay?
And in this chapter, if I can add, he was going into the Pharisees, man. Yep. Right after Yahawah just healed that blind man from birth, you know? Because the Pharisees were like, you trying to make yourself the son of the living God. You know, just because he was doing miracles, man. You know, going around the Shabbat, you know, doing good. Right, but see, they thought that they knew what was up, but they didn't. So Yahawah his very works and his very essence of who he was and who he is condemns them. Verse 40, some Pharisees who were standing nearby heard him and asked, are you saying we're blind?
Yeah, because they all proud, man. Okay? The Pharisees was proud as all hell, and they couldn't get down with being obedient to the actual only begotten Son of the Most High, man. When he came down to what? Reprove men of their evil deeds and show Israel, the blind, okay, the way. They didn't want to be obedient. Okay?
Verse 41, if you were blind, you wouldn't be guilty, Yahawah replied.
Right. If you were blind, you wouldn't be guilty. What you guilty of? Sinning, okay, transgression, okay?
But you remain guilty because you claim you can see.
Yeah, because you claim that you don't need this. You don't need this ultimate sacrifice that Yahawah put out there for them, man. If you don't need that, well, what's covering you from the judgment of the Lord? Okay? That means you're going to get marked for all your iniquities if you don't need Yahawah's works. Okay, let's get that.
Philippians chapter 2, verse 1. If there be therefore any consolation in Hamashiach, if any comfort of love, if any fellowship of the Spirit, if any vows and mercies, fulfill ye my joy, that ye be like-minded, having the same love, being of one accord and of one mind.
Right, we got to be like-minded in the same works and will of the Heavenly Father, His only begotten Son, right now in this time, man. While we're in this grace period, we got to walk in obedience, man. Okay, and honoring the Father and Son, man. What the brother say earlier? Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, right?
Verse 3, let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem other, it says, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem other better than themselves.
Yeah, let each brother esteem other brothers other than themselves, man, okay? The scripture's telling you right now to be in the same mindset of Yahawah. Didn't he wash the disciples' feet, okay? If he's already put in the same glory, okay, of being the only begotten Son of the living power, man, why would he feel the need to do that? Because this is about servitude, man, okay? This is about showing one another charity, okay?
Verse 4, it says, look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others.
On the things of others, keep reading.
Let this mind be in you, which was also in Yahawah Hamashiach.
That's the point I'm getting at, right? Let this mind be in you that was also in Yahawah Hamashiach, man.
And who is he? And who is he?
That's the only begotten Son of the Lord, man.
Come on, bro. And who do you say that he is? Stop, bro. That's it. Don't preach. And who do you say that he is?
Verse 6, it says, who being in the form of the Most High thought it not robbery to be equal with the Most High.
Right, he thought it not robbery to be equal with the Most High while he was on the planet Earth, man. Okay, and I just went into that, him being the only begotten Son of the Heavenly Father. That's who he is. All right.
Verse 7, but made himself of no reputation.
Right, he ain't make himself of a reputation, okay? He made himself a servant unto the Lord, man, and unto his brethren, like-minded, okay? Not out here making, you got it,
and took upon him the form of a servant, and was made in the likeness of men.
Right, made in the likeness of men. And that's how he came the first time. But for people who want to be disobedient, he's coming back not in the likeness of a man, okay? He's coming back as an angelic force, about to knock the power seat out of all these heathens, primarily Esau, Edom, man, okay? And the 2/3 who want to buck up at this word because they condemn, man, okay?
Ecclesiastes 5:1, keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools.
Right, if you asking a question, man, why you ain't listen to the answer? I just explained to you who he is. What's your question now?
Who do you say that?
I just explained to him who he is.
Asking you.
Don't address
Yeah,
it.
keep going.
Do you know?
Read that again, bro. Okay.
Ecclesiastes 5:1, keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools.
Right, because when you come up here and you ain't listening and you just gonna utter nonsense out of your mouth, you're getting the sacrifice of fools. Because if you don't know, then why are you talking?
Have you ever answered?
Go back to that. Go back to that.
Philippians chapter 2, verse 8, it says, and being found in the fashion of a man, or as a man,
Right.
he humbled himself.
He humbled himself. That's what he did during that time, man. Okay? That's why we're in grace right now. Because what? The Lord is angry at the current condition of society, man. That's why he's coming back with great wrath. Read that again, brother.
Philippians 2:8, and being found in the fashion as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient unto death, even the death of the cross.
Right. He became obedient to the death, to the cross. Of why? To redeem Israel, man. Okay? But that's only the elect. In Amos 9 and 8. Amos 9 and 10.
This is Luke chapter 12 and verse 49 in the NLT. I have come to set the world on fire, and I wish it were already burning.
Right.
Please let him
He is coming to set the
tell
world
me.
on fire, man. Okay? And why is this? Read Amos 9 and 10, brother.
Amos 9 and 10, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
See, that's why the Lord about to come back and set this whole place on fire, man. Because you got Israelites that want to buck up, don't want to listen, okay? And they what? They think that the Lord won't do either good or evil. So the Lord gonna come back and destroy all the sinners of his people, man. Okay?
Psalms 20. Psalms 21 and verse 8. Thine hand shall find out all thine enemies.
Right, thy hand shall find out all thine enemies. That means the enemies that the Lord already prescribed in this book, which you so-called Edomite, you so-called self-proclaimed white people are. Okay, you're the enemies of the Lord and the enemies of the servants of the Lord. Okay, you 2/3 who don't want to adhere to the law, statutes, and principles of this book. You also are enemies of the Lord, man. Read that again, bro.
Thine hand shall find out all thine enemies.
Yep, thine hand gonna find out. And who is that hand? That's the right hand of the Lord, Yahawah. Okay? He's about to find out. He's gonna what? He's gonna make a very good sifting process here, man. Okay?
Thy right hand shall find out all those that hate thee.
Yep, all those that hate thee. And the scriptures go into what? Don't I hate those that hate thee? Okay, talking about Yahawah, because you Romans, back in that day, you hated our Lord. You hated what he stood for, and you hated the purpose that he came back to die for the nation of Israel, so you crucified him, man. Okay?
Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger.
That's what the Lord gonna do to his enemies. He gonna put them in a hot furnace, okay? A hot oven. Because of what? His anger, all right?
The Lord shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them.
Yeah, that means, hey, that's second Ezra, not second, that's Zechariah 14 and 12 all day. Your tongue and your eyes gonna melt to the back of your head for being a disobedient Israelite, okay?
Listen to you. Follow him. Follow Yeshua. He who is seeing me is seeing the Father.
Yeah, just real quick. There's a specific way that the Messiah is going to return. So when you got dudes like this that come up and say, you know, they're the Most High, the scriptures, when you get not meet me as a man, the scriptures say when the Lord returns, he's not going to meet us as a man. I should not meet me as a man.
He's not going to meet Esau as a man. In that chapter, in Isaiah 47, he's talking about Esau. But he's coming back as an angelic force, man.
Yeah, so when he comes back, it's going to be a great destruction. Everybody's going to see him. It's not going to be some dude on the corner with a dog. So that's, you know, that's just simple. All right? When the Lord returns, remove this up real quick. Yeah, read it real quick. Yeah, when the Lord returns, man, everybody's going to see him. It's going to be very public. It's going to be the most public thing that's ever happened. Hey, Shalom.
You're going to fall for all the rest of
Got
it.
it?
And you're going to get involved in all the rest of it.
Isaiah 47 and 3. It says, Isaiah 47 and 1, it says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Yep.
Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
We're talking about the Edomites, man. Yes. They're going to be brought down to a low estate. They have a very proud, you know, idea that their kingdom is going to continue on forever. But the scriptures get very vivid about how this destruction is going to take place. After this, we'll go to Revelation 18.
For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks. Make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh. Pass over the rivers.
And this devil's being exposed
Right.
in every way. All right? The freakiness that he does. He's being exposed to not be as strong as he claims to be. They were just talking about in the news how, you know, America's defense system for ICBM missiles isn't cracked up to withstand the missiles from Russia, man. Not even close. Biden actually came out and just said it on the news.
Yep.
So this place that has never been touched is going to be touched, man, by thermonuclear missiles.
Beefing with the Israelis right now.
Yep.
A divided house shall not stand, you know?
Yeah. And all the people that were at peace with America, they're starting to give America that side eye. The dollar's being abandoned. Countries, I forgot what's the name of the country. There was I think it was a African president. He
Uganda.
said, Uganda.
Yeah.
He said, we're not going to arrest Putin if he comes here. He's not the real terrorist. So everybody's turning their back against America, man.
Right, the man of sin is being revealed.
Yeah. At a time, 20 years ago, nobody would have been bold enough to speak like that against America.
That's right.
So what's giving all these smaller countries the confidence to speak up against America like that, man? They know that this place is on the fall, and people are aligning themselves with Russia and China. All right, go ahead.
Isaiah 47:3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen.
And part of that shame being seen is the men of the Lord going into details about all the atrocities that this devil has committed, going into prophecy, showing that this man is in fact the devil that the Bible speaks of.
A shameful spewing on the glory of the wicked right now, man.
Right.
Continuing on, it says, I will take vengeance and I will not meet thee as a man.
When the Lord returns, man, he's going to come back as an angelic power, as the brothers were going into before they went over to the other spot. Okay? Now let's go to Revelation 18.
I got one real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all the kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, Amen.
Go ahead.
And that's the return of Yahawah. That's how he's going to return. Yahawah told his men in Acts, the 1st chapter, that he's going to return the same way they saw him leave. And how did they see him leave? They saw him go up into a chariot.
Right.
Because the Bible speaks about the chariots of the Most High, the chariots of salvation. They're synonymous with a cloud. That's how he's coming back. So the military and all of these various different things that the armies of this world have, okay, they really believe that they're even setting up a military force, a space force, right? They really believe, but that's not even going to be even close.
Right.
It's going to be a first round knockout. It's not even going to be a competition with the chariots, man. Okay?
Yeah, in the second Ezra 13th chapter, it talk about how he neither lifted up hand nor sword.
Right.
It's showing the effortlessness and how the Lord's going to decimate all the armies, man.
Right.
Okay?
This is Revelation 18:4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people,
Right.
that ye be not partakers of her sins. And
that's speaking of when we get beamed up.
This is literal.
Yep.
This is literal. As opposed to the other scriptures earlier, where it's talking about coming out of her midst.
be amazed at the strangeness of our salvation.
Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. So there's a particular fashion in which the Lord returns and how we're delivered. Okay? The reason that the elect don't get deceived is because we have a complete understanding of the prophecies and how things are supposed to play out. So the lies, we can't really fall for those things. All right, go ahead.
Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Because it's being plagued like ancient Egypt. This is spiritual Sodom and Egypt, like it says in Revelation 11. It says...
Right, what you got particular scholars, so-called ooh-ish scholars that can't put that together. They can't put together that America is Egypt.
That's right.
Because then that would make them to have to understand, well, who's the Israelites?
It pokes holes in all the lies.
Oh, yeah.
You can't have a full understanding of the prophecies and then, continue on with the lies that the world pushes.
But I'll say this, I found 2 Edomite Christians, look to be Edomites, linking America to Egypt, but then they're going off, of course, they're saying all of us are God's children and all of that, but they really, they put some things together like, damn, this is kind of looking like Egypt. The plagues are here. They pretty much said after 2009 or 2008, when Obama got in office, they say you started to notice a series of plagues coming on Babylon, which have led up to now, because of that rebellion that he brought forth,
Yeah.
And it's just getting kicked up again. There was a little break with the Trump administration, but then it got kicked up again when Biden got back in office. Because he's a part of that same, they're pushing that same agenda. You see? Yeah, filthiness. All right, like this guy in the back, man. This flaming sodomite in the back with his dog. Go ahead.
Revelation 18:5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities.
Yeah, no nation has shed as much blood as America has, man.
I agree.
No people have shed as much blood as these Edomites. So when the scriptures go into talking about the wicked and this man that just can't sleep unless he's doing wickedness, it's plain to see who it is. And
They're showing themselves.
Yeah, they're showing themselves. And all these other nations, these smaller nations, they're starting to call it out and say it as well.
Justice dissatisfied.
So everything is, the stage is being set for everybody to turn their back on Esau and especially burn America with fire. All right, go ahead.
Verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double.
So man, yeah, these people are gonna receive double
All that tribulation.
all that tribulation that they dished out.
Right.
And that's hard to even, put into a concept. That's why that's why the scriptures refer to this time as a day like no other.
And that's why Christians don't want to deal with prophecy.
Yeah.
Because you got to deal with, they talk about the kingdom and God's kingdom. Well, the only way it's going to come is if Babylon falls.
Yeah.
That's prophetic right there. That's in the Bible. The only way the kingdom is going to come is if Babylon falls.
Right.
So if we're in the time where the kingdom is coming, well, where's Babylon? Where are the Edomites? That's what the prophets were set up to bring out the secrets of this book, man.
To identify who the antagonist of the movie is.
Right.
Right?
God is not going to bless America.
Yeah.
So just get over it. The Bible don't prescribe that. There's the end time destruction, and America is at the forefront of it. America and the West is at the forefront of biblical prophecy. All right? And just like the elder said, man, this is what these pork chop eating preachers don't want to talk about, these Christians. They don't want to touch Bible prophecy. Okay?
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
I felt that.
Just hold your peace, brother.
No,
Hold on.
Secret Babylon.
Oh, I was going to call for Habakkuk 2 and 1.
I got it.
Let's go, Chad.
Babylon.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2. Want me to start at 1?
Start at 1.
In 1, I will stand upon my watch and set me up on the tower.
Standing on your watch is basically waiting for the Lord's word, watching for what He's going to promote. All right. So this is what Habakkuk is saying. Go ahead.
And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables,
That vision, prophecy. What's yet to come? Go ahead.
that he may run that readeth it.
And now we're running. Now we're running and proclaiming the day of the Lord as it is written. Go ahead.
Right. So the prophets would get these visions and they would write the vision down. The Lord is saying, write this vision I'm getting ready to give you.
Yep.
All right. And this applies to all of the prophets.
Yep.
Write this vision and make it plain upon tables.
Yep. Because either they would preach the vision and they would have a understudy or a scribe like Baruch to Jeremiah.
Right.
There was many men that did that, or they'll write it themselves.
Yep. Yep. Most likely Habakkuk, when you look him up, they say he was a wealthy Jew. All right. He most likely had a scribe write down a vision that he got. And I think he's a priest because of the way that the 3rd chapter ends. It said this song must be accompanied with harp.
With harps. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so he maybe have been a priest, who knows? But it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
At the end it's going to speak and not lie. And now that's why we say we're in the last days of the last days. We're starting to see certain prophecies speak. All right?
Right.
We're starting to see certain prophecies speak. Especially the MOTB, that Mark is starting to speak out in the world, man. World War III, Armageddon is starting to speak out in the world, man. Okay, let's go, champ.
Right.
Get him some health care.
Though it tarry, wait for it because it will
You
surely.
gonna do it and shut the hell up. You gonna do it. Shut the hell up, man. You gonna do it. You ain't doing it. You sitting here with your dog, man. Go ahead, man.
Right, because really these Christians think they're gonna ride the wave of the Israelites.
You gotta try to ride our coattails, man.
These Christians think they're gonna ride the wave of the Israelites, man.
You ain't nothing but a scoffer.
It says, behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in
Right,
him.
the soul of the men that rule this world is not upright. It's backwards, man. They promote people like this. Go ahead.
Right, man. Shalom, brothers. This guy right here.
Yeah.
The dude is sitting there looking feminine. Even the dog is looking oppressed.
The dog has seen enough.
No, that dog.
Just imagine what he sees.
Hey, that
during
dog
Monday
wouldn't want to come with one of us. Like if I had a house out in the country, man, I'd take that dog with me.
Right.
That poor dog, I feel sorry for the
need
dog.
help.
I feel sorry for the dog, man. The dog is ears. Listen, man, no animals. That dog looks.
Yeah, that dog is.
I'm stuck with this. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say it. Fuck it, we in the camp. I'm stuck with this faggot. The dog. His ears, the dog. His ears.
She's afraid of you. She's afraid of you.
Oh, remember we was in New York? Oh, it was that last summer? No, last time we was up in New York at the main camp with the apostles. Remember my dude? No, Ariana, remember that dude?
Oh, yeah.
You're liars.
You're lying.
Thieves. And that's him. No, it's not the same guy, but it's Bumba, you remember? We thought we were going to pass out that day.
Right.
At the main camp, that's the saying, which go to, get Ephesians.
Yeah,
Right.
you know?
Ephesians, after y'all done doing what y'all doing,
right.
somebody pop up that Ephesians 6.
God, yeah.
So that's the time that we in right now.
Yeah, well,
Right.
that's what's happening. We're wrestling against these principalities, man.
Right.
Spirits.
Yeah,
But that's how we know
The
we're
Lord
in
got
the
this
last
brother
days of the
cursing.
last days, man. The
And
spirit
you
is
can
not
tell this brother,
upright
man,
in the
that
people
brother
in
right
this
there.
place.
Well, brother, I ain't gonna talk
Okay?
about
The spirit
I'm
is
being
not upright.
nice. I'm being nice. A lot of these little young cats like that, yeah, they done got messed with. Somebody done messed with. I can look at him and see he got messed with.
Yeah.
This dude don't even know I can read his spirit, man. Look, bro,
Yeah,
I've been
but
around for a while.
You know what? He threw.
And I'm not here to boast or nothing, but fuck that. I'm gonna speak, man. Cause that's the purpose of me being an elder. I've been on the planet 50 fucking years. Okay? I've been in this truth. I did that 50 shit. So I've been in the truth most of my life. So you think I fucking don't know what I'm talking about? Okay? I'm 50. So that means, damn, if you divide it, 30 and 20 makes 50, right? So out of that 50 years of my life, subtract 32. So I've really been in the truth most of my life. So I've been around great men.
Okay, we're going to help you right now.
Hey, it's all right, brother. Leave him alone, brother. Hey, brother, leave him alone.
Yes, I'm working on it.
Hey, brother, leave him alone. Hey, brother. Hey, brother.
Habakkuk chapter 2 and 4. Behold, his spirit which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
That's right. Let's go.
Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home.
And that's what's happened with the American Empire, the Western Empire, man. It's flexed itself all across the world, making everybody drink of the bottle of their fornication, man.
But why? Well, see,
Their philosophies, their ways.
And you brothers are preaching the truth, man. You brothers are preaching the truth. You're talking in the name of the Yahawah B'Hashem Yahushua, and you're going into Esau. You ain't even talking about nothing else. Y'all going into deep stuff, man, about Esau.
Yeah.
But Jake is over here acting up. Why? Because you already know why. Big Shirley and Keisha, the dude got a feminine black woman spirit on
full of
him.
that Babylon
They do not like when you talk about the black woman.
Right.
They don't like that. I'm sorry. I know I misquoted myself. I didn't mean black woman. I meant Esau. I meant the white man.
Right.
The white man. These niggas don't like when you talk about the white man. Because we talking about the goddamn white man.
You need to be talked about.
The white man need to be talked about. But feminine characters like that get emotional because that's a product of Big Shirley and Keisha. So I want all you brothers to understand. I want all y'all to listen to me, man. Y'all think, I am kind of a funny guy. I like making jokes and brothers laugh and shit at the shit I say. But listen, man, don't just be fucking laughing. Take what I'm saying serious. You understand what I'm saying, bro? I mean, I say it sounds funny. The shit is funny. Even when I'm emulating Kevin Samuels, Taco Bueno, KFC, when I'm doing all that, yeah, it's comical, it's funny, but I'm not a fucking comedian, man. Okay? I'm not a goddamn comedian. Okay? I'm not Eddie Murphy. I'm not Martin Lawrence. Bro, it's funny because it is funny, but it's sad. The shit is sad, man. The shit really, when you sit back and really, like when I go home at night by myself, I sit back, it's like, whoa, man. The white man, he really did a number on the 12 tribes.
Yeah, he transgressed it by one. That
Which
one,
is what?
Because the Lord said Babylon. Hey!
Hey, brother, calm down, man. Chill, man. Just calm down, man. Calm down, bro. I know you amped up in the spirit, but calm down. Go ahead, one bar.
Say Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hands that had made the nations drunken, and that ties to this precept we brought out.
I knew this
that
was
he
gonna be a fiery
transgressed by
night.
wine. Like that's a major part of his problem is what he came to do. He came to bring the energy of Satan in the planet Earth. That's what he said. It literally tells you who's coming is after the working of Satan. Right. And that's what disrupted the garden. So now we're witnessing with our own eyes what was brought, what polluted, what the holy seed eventually got into. Yeah, it's the same thing all over again. Self, lust, idols, wine, philosophies that go against the ways of righteousness.
That was the fruit.
That was the fruit.
Right.
That was the fruit of the garden.
Right.
That's right.
And it started with Eve.
Right.
This is what I'm trying to explain. When I be making jokes, I'm talking about Big Shirley. And then, see, the problem with Kevin Samuels was, as much as I like him and admired what he was doing, he was trying to creep up some other way. He didn't want to humble himself and say, let me come in the truth and follow the men of the Lord. So the Lord took him out. What he was doing was a good work.
Right.
But that's why he died. Because he didn't have the spirit of Yahawah. See? Resist the devil and he shall flee. See, brothers, you brothers are witnessing spiritual power before your eyes.
Right. Right.
Before your eyes, you're witnessing spiritual power. That dude, the Jake in the wheelchair, he got demons on him. And that dude, as soon as I walked up, I knew it. The brother back there, probably alive, told me, yeah, he being a demon.
Yeah.
But I knew it. I looked at the dude. He looked all feminine. First of all, he wearing the tight shorts. Nigga, you a faggot. You done got messed with.
Yeah.
Somebody didn't mess with you. You know, us country boys. Yeah, I'm from the country too. I'm original. Yeah, back in the days, you know, us, you brothers in the camp that's country boys. You know, us, that brother that's from the South. Somebody didn't mess with that boy. Somebody didn't mess with him. Somebody didn't mess with him.
Yep.
You say, hey, your mamas and them say, somebody didn't mess with him. You know. Okay. You talking about the white man, y'all going in the white man and Jacob. That's what I'm telling y'all though. But that's the overall point that I'm trying to get to. Big Shirley and Keisha produce, and I want y'all to all hear this, man. And I want y'all to understand this. I really want y'all to get this. This is something that's been in my mind. I even told the brothers in Indianapolis this. I get a little frustrated. And now that I'm back here in Dallas, I want y'all to get this shit, man. Brother, the dangers of Big Shirley and Keisha, those are weapons. Y'all understand? Big Shirley is a fucking weapon.
That's right.
Being that you're going into Esau. But who created Big Shirley?
Esau.
Yeah, he supports.
Like Apostle Gabar said not too long ago, it all go back to the white man.
Yep.
It all go back to the white man.
He's the cancer. He's the root of
He's
cancer.
the cancer.
Right.
That's why Job, somebody, if y'all don't mind, could somebody get Job 20:4? This man got to go. He got to go. He got to go. Esau got to go. I know y'all ain't got a problem with that.
Oh no. Oh no.
Right. I'm so sick and tired of the white man. I'm so sick and tired of the fucking white man. It's not even funny, bro. And I know you brothers are too.
Bro.
I'm so tired of this devil.
Bring it out.
I'm tired of tolerating him.
Right. We'll get it.
I got it.
We got the scripture for you.
Job 20:4.
Job 20:4. All right, it reads, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short.
Okay, well, stop. Now, somebody grab Job 9:24 real quick so we can link it up.
Job 9 and 20.
Job chapter 9, verse 24.
That's right. I'm sorry, I forgot to get that first because you have to have that on deck because that explains what we're talking about.
Right.
Okay.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Okay, I mean, goddamn, we got signs down here that we could bring up. I mean, well, bring up the chip sign
That's
too.
them. This is them.
Right there. That's what I was
Because
looking
these
There
are
you
the
go.
people.
Well, bring that forward.
These are the people who really run the world. These are the people who really are behind
Perfect.
the decisions that are being made that are ruining this earth.
Yeah.
And they're doing it on purpose
Yeah.
to collapse this system and bring about a new world.
Yeah.
A new currency. It'll be
Yeah.
digital. And eventually they're going to require you, according to Revelation the 13th chapter,
Yeah.
to receive a mark in your right hand and your
Yeah.
forehead. And that's going to be the only way you can buy and sell. So for the people walking up and down the street, like thinking that everything is a joke and that everything is going to go back to normal, it's going to take them as a thief in the night.
It's gradualism.
Right.
All the propaganda you see about, you know, Silicon Valley Bank and Citigroup and all of that, it's not a collapse. It's a controlled demolition. And then at the same time, they rolling out with the Fed Now coin.
Yeah.
And all the central bank digital currencies. On top of that, now you got China and Russia and a conglomerate of other nations
Right.
ready to roll out a whole new economic system.
Right.
Don't get it twisted, man. You can have presidents, you can have people in the parliament, you can have prime ministers, but who runs all them?
Right.
The bankers.
These people.
They answer to the bankers, man. The bankers that run the East run the West.
Right.
And once they collapse, because China can't go without the US dollar. If the US dollar go, everybody go. And a whole new system is going to have to
what
be
these
rolled
guys
out.
on the poster
That's why we
are
read
doing,
Habakkuk the 2nd chapter.
what these guys on the poster right there are doing right now is
Mm-hmm.
they're folding up all the smaller banks.
Right.
The elites, these guys on the poster are folding up. That's why the banks are laundering money, the smaller banks. So if you have a bank account with certain banks, if you got a 401k, they're taking money out your
They're taking
401k.
money.
That's right.
And investing in
So whenever you're gonna need that, man, it ain't gonna be available, accessible to you when you need it. Shit, they taking money out to Social Security.
Yeah, because a lot of them 401ks are what? Supported by what? Treasuries, bonds,
Right.
Yeah.
and then so-called big blue chip stocks.
Right.
Well, just like the apostle said, man, that money ain't there. They'll show you something on a screen,
Right.
but the money ain't there.
Oh, and another, see, man, yo, man, this is scam city right now.
Right.
This whole thing with the, oh my God, what is it? You brothers know what I want to say. The Euro shit. You got a lot of jigs trying to get into that now.
Yeah.
What's that?
What are you talking about?
Crypto.
Oh, okay, crypto.
Yeah, crypto, y'all. It's all a scam, man.
Well, everything is broken.
Yeah.
Everything is broken. So everybody's trying to find yield, trying to find interest on their money. There's no safe haven. What they want to do is really get everybody in a place where it's like, you need us. You need us for you to live. You need us for you to make it.
Con.
Point blank, period.
That's where we at now, bro.
Right. You're going to have to bow the knee.
Shall be God.
You're going to have to bow the knee.
Yeah, one by what they're doing is like you know how like the old TV shows or movies, they had the dominoes set up like that.
Yeah.
And you tap one domino, and the dominoes fall, or the car, the old tricks. That's what it is.
Like a house of cards.
Domino, hence domino effect. So right now, what's happening? Because I already know certain brothers are even putting their money in, and the bank, are we holding on to your money? Why are you holding my money? Oh, well, you can't get, even if you pay for a plane or a train ticket, and all of a sudden you ain't getting service on what you paid for. I went through that trying to get back here to Texas. We got a train ticket, and the brothers, we put the money on the damn thing, and then, the train got canceled. How? Okay, so, okay, fine. Okay, if the train got canceled. Give me my money back. Oh, well, you gotta wait. So you gotta wait 2 months to get your money back?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because that money's already gone. They already spent that money. Because a lot of these companies are in debt.
Everybody's in debt.
Yes.
Right.
That's a Habakkuk, yeah.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him? And that's happening.
Yep.
And a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
That's what we're seeing, man. Even nations out of Africa, nations out of Asia, all around the world, even now we're starting to see it in Europe, take a taunting proverb up against America, Babylon the Great. Because of this monetary system, because of the agendas that they've been pushing, with the transformers, everything, man.
Right. And when the queen died, that showed that people they're criminals.
Right.
People really didn't give a, like, you would think that old Edomite died and the world would have been sad. But people were cursing them out.
Yeah.
Everything y'all got was gotten by what? Colonialism.
Yep.
Colonizing these various different nations, which that's prophecy.
That's right.
The scriptures, because people will wonder, well, why would God allow it? That's in the Bible. Revelation, the 13th chapter says he would conquer all nations and the holy people, the Israelites.
What president was there? What African country where basically he went up there? Huh?
Uganda?
It was the Ugandan president, right?
Right.
Okay, cool. Because they had banned Putin. They say if he goes to any of these places that's a part of this group, he's supposed to be arrested on the spot. Well, the Ugandan president got up there, and and said, no. Putin is welcome to come here.
Right.
We'll escort him from the airport here and take him back. We're not going to listen and basically bringing up a taunting proverb against the West.
Well, Uganda always been against America.
Yeah.
Back when Idi Amin, y'all remember Idi Amin?
Yep.
Idi Amin, he exiled all them East Indians and crackers out of Uganda. When you was caught there, you were tortured and put to death. I remember they did a movie back in the 80s when I was a kid. Big Daddy, they used to call him Big Daddy.
Yeah.
And Forrest Whitaker did another one like in the 2000s.
Right.
Idi Amin was bad. He was a Hamite. That was a bad Hamite.
Yeah.
He was one of them Philistine kings, or he don't like the white man.
Yeah.
Idi Amin.
Well, he knows the lies.
Yeah, they exiled him. They ended up
waking up.
exiling him and shit.
Yep.
But he was just putting people to death.
Yep. So now you see China, you see Russia, you see all the nations, the BRICS nations, they're starting to move away from Western economic and political ideology. And they're openly saying it now, okay?
Right.
They're openly coming up against the West. A taunting proverb.
Right. Elder Ariella, if I may throw this out there real quick before you go read that scripture. Look around us. This is the white man's civilization.
Yeah.
This is Western civilization. You got homeless people on the street out here, but yet they'll send billions of dollars to other countries in foreign aid.
Yeah.
Okay, I could dig it, right? But how was it we got homeless people here in America?
Everywhere with empty buildings.
Most of them are military men.
And let's not go to Los Angeles. Let's not go to fucking San Francisco. I know, I've been there. I've been to both cities. Bro, downtown Los Angeles, like, yo, when I'm down, I see all these homeless motherfuckers down here, this is nothing compared to downtown LA. The first time I went to LA with the brothers and we were down there to speak, I was like, ugh. I thought they were expecting to see Hollywood movie stars walking up the street. Oh shit, that's Ben Affleck. That's Brad Pitt.
Upstairs.
No, that's it. I'll be honest.
You can go upstairs.
Yeah. No, when the first time I went to LA a couple of years ago, I thought, oh shit, I'm gonna see Samuel L. Jackson and Brad Pitt. Hey, walking by the tent. Man, nah, man, that shit bad. That's a tent city.
None of them lived there.
It was bad. It's human feces on the ground.
Samuel L. Jackson.
It says, it is as death.
He spreads himself, he is as death.
Right.
Go ahead, champ.
It cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Right, so what they call the melting pot. But they've done it politically with all of these different international groups. And they've done it economically, man, with World Trade Organization and with their NATO.
Revelations.
They've done all of that and gathered all the people underneath the umbrella.
All the nations
to where if you want to break off what they have, if you want to break off, you cut out of the modern society, man. Okay?
Right. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth in that which is not his. How long into him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
Laden himself and everybody with what? Thick clay, man. Issuing out debt in the form of bonds, in the form of treasury bonds.
Oh man.
Everybody's holding them in their coffers, so to speak, man. Debt. That's all a treasury bond is. It's an IOU.
Because some brothers broke that down, and I didn't even Apostle Tahar did a video, or Apostle Gabar, it might have been, right, years ago that was taught that with it, which really it could be twofold. Well, realistically, it is twofold. Realistically, it is twofold. The thick clay, that's debt, but it also does deal with the philosophy as well.
Well, it comes along with it. That's why earlier talking about that
so
wine.
it's kind of coinciding.
Yeah.
It kind of
Right.
It kind of coincides.
Yeah.
Dig? Okay.
Because it takes a mindset to believe in that system.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
To take that system on, and everybody's taking on the petrodollar system. You
Yep.
can't really function in the world without it. Well, in order to get those dollars, you have to take on debt.
And a lot of dudes is going into that. I mentioned this a little while ago. I know a lot of people was getting in. Certain brothers even interested in that. The crypto, was that the crypto shit? That's a scam too, bro. That shit is a scam fucking too. Because guess what? They gonna implement the chip. It's not just an American thing. The chip is already over in other countries. The chip is here.
It's here.
So like people don't like the chip is coming. The chip is already here. You got motherfuckers walking around here in America. There's certain restaurants and stores and businesses that are already acclimated to the chip.
They have RFID. Yeah.
They have it already.
They have it.
The military, some of these cops, they already have the mark. It's just the point of where we're waiting for it to become implemented, mandatory.
That's why all of these events are happening.
That's it.
They're creating the chaos, which the order is going
Right.
to come.
They got the parts, but they need to assemble.
Right, and then they're slowly but surely instituting what is known as a technocracy, which your constitution is done. All right, the new governors and rulers and lawgivers are technocrats, people who are dealing with technology, and scientists, people who deal with science. Those are going to be the ones who are able to pass laws that tell you what you have to do. Now, what was an example of that from 2020 till now?
We know that.
What was his name? He was in who was in the news every day? Falsified.
Yeah.
Dr. him.
Ouchie.
That was the one telling you, along with gates of hell, what you're going to have to do
Yep.
in order to be able to live on the earth, in order to work, in order to do. These are the standards. They were slowly but surely made lawmakers. Did you see it?
Yep.
So that means with the right crises, okay, with the right FF, false flizzag,
Yep.
right? All they have to do is say it's so out of hand, because what's keeping these so-called these Edomites from really rolling is your goddamn constitution, your rights, your so-called rights. They have to still kind of maneuver and go in a particular way. But with the right situation, they can say what? And that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely,
Executive orders
you don't have rights
Yeah.
because of threats. See? State of emergency.
Yeah.
And now they're coming after the internet.
Where they show you how they can go supersede the Constitution
Right.
on social media.
Right.
They can deem you harmful and just cancel you out.
Right.
You know, if you say this wrong, we'll shut down your bank account. We'll cancel you all the way out.
Well, for you Facebook folks, if you say on Facebook, if you say something and you might never say nothing, you might say something. They put you on Facebook punishment.
Yeah.
So your post won't show
Yeah.
for a certain amount of time.
Right.
Yeah.
YouTube as well.
Yep.
This man's a devil. Censorship.
Yeah. So what's up with the with your right to speech?
Well, that's nullified.
Mm-hmm.
Realistically, if I can be honest with y'all, the Constitution was nullified. My God. Really, realistically, back in 2001.
2001. That's what I was gonna say.
When the Patriot Act was passed. See
But
that?
they still have to allow people to believe they have a false sense of freedom
see
or
that?
right. Choice.
With everything that's going on, who is it that's like, yo, even
It'd be Jake.
not for nothing, the white man don't even do that. Edomites, like when you see Edomites, the Edomites be like kind of serious. They're the doomsday preppers.
Right.
But who are the ones that's out here, like all that loud shit, bright lights? Ooh, Jake. Is
They're not serious.
Well, we used to say this shit back in One West. This is something. This goes back to One West. I'm gonna give you brothers some old One West shit, because I'm a One West guy. It always got to be a chick. King Marsha said this shit. High Priest Ariah said it. High Priest Yahawah said it. All the other top men at the time. You know, of the time. Hey man, Lahab, Yeshaya, Shah, Kazak. Hey, back then those were our leaders, man. Top 7, on down to the other men, Apostle Tahar, and the other, even General Yohana. It always got to be a nigga.
It's a nigga.
It always got to be Jake. And then they went into the scriptures on it. All that shit, with everything that we're discussing right now, see them right, the bright lights, like they're in a one-man circus. And it's a simple nigga with his woman in tow. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know what, bro? Apostle, I did a video, and the video last week, no, not last week, a couple of days ago, the other day. Playtime is over, but that video was prompted by a video that not even a video, a video, you know, I saw the other apostles speaking back up in New York. You know, apostle, you know, on camp speaking, man, you know what I mean? And, you know, with the apostles speaking together, and you know, bro, seeing that video, man, it got me all fucked up and shit. Not in a good way, but you know, hey, brother, I miss those brothers, man. I was like, man, I wish I could fucking be there, man. You know, wish I could be there, man. Like, you know, at the camp on Saturday, you know, they were speaking in New York. You know, it was raining there, the umbrellas, man. But hey, brother, I miss those brothers, man. I fucking miss them guys, man. But anyways, they were speaking, Apostle Tahar. The video charged me up. It pumped me up. It gave me like a little shot in the arm. Just watching the video, seeing them, hearing their voices, it kind of, you know, and I did a couple of videos and shit. It gave me that little surge I needed. So Apostle Tahar had said something. Playtime is over. He just mentioned it. And they were going into what we're going into now. The topic we're going into now, they were going into that. So I did a video called Playtime is Over, going into what we're going into now. The same topic. Esau is done. Everything we're going into now, that's what they was going into.
Done.
You see, Esau, this kingdom is done, man.
That's right.
Go ahead, Wamba, go ahead. You were holding something? Elder, watch Yahawah.
That's it.
That was it? Somebody had something else?
All right. Habakkuk, chapter 2 and 7. Shall not they rise up suddenly that shall bite thee and awake?
That's why they
that
talk
vex
about
thee?
this Operation Sandman. Now, I was looking it up, this Operation Sandman. You can't find nothing on it, which makes me believe that it's legit. Because a lot of these guys, you see these pundits on alternative, on the alternative media, every 2 seconds they putting up clickbait. But this thing where it talks about basically there's all these countries that's going to
I'm about to sit back up, y'all. Give me 1 second.
it makes me think, hey man, this might be legit. Operation Sandman is dollarized the whole economy. And that's basically
Yeah, we went to the other side and set up the camp as well to keep the spirit of prophecy flowing, man, through the spirit and the power of Yahawah, Shai. Look at all the decadence here in this place, man. The thing is, you got people that can come out with new trends and understand new trends, but they can't even put 2 brain cells together to look at the reality that of what's happening through the spirit of this world. This place is over with, man. You know, people can put trends together, like I mentioned. People can understand trends, but they can't understand the reality of the Bible and the thing that's about to come upon this place, man. That's how oblivious and unaware and unconscious the mindset of the people.
That's right.
The weather was permitting good. People out, everybody getting out. Everybody had a hard week working. Now they want to come out and have a good drink, which is fine. But the time will come here soon, because now they're talking about Saudi Arabia not dealing with the dollar anymore.
Yeah.
Somebody, the reserve, the dollar reserve or whatever, once they get attacked more, I saw a video of that, bro. This place, this is it, bro.
Yeah, I saw the brother Tazama did a lesson.
Going live, so
Okay, come. Yeah, he
no, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, no, he did a lesson going into how they're about to criminalize and make it a crime to deal with the dollar bill, man. You know what I'm saying? So, man, this place going down, man. It's over.
Yeah, there's a great divide between the different, the East and the West.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got even NATO countries who are starting to kind of pull back from America. In that conglomerate of nations, man. And once any of the countries that is a major oil dealer switches away from the dollar,
right,
shit gonna get bad here immediately.
Yeah, that's what they said. Like in a few days or like 30 days or something to that effect. Watch what happens. Once the dollar reserve take a major hit, watch the stock prices and gold and silver go up, and precious metals. Watch how high this shit about to go up, man.
Right.
I mean, Pastor Harkin saying, telling brothers, man, to get into the precious metals, the paper money. I mean, it's over with.
Right.
That's it.
Yep.
So, as I was walking with the brother on camera with the phone, I was saying, people understand trends. People can come up with new trends and understand trends of the world, right? But they can't fathom reality of the scriptures what's happening right now.
Yeah.
Right. Because they're oblivious to it.
Right.
Especially those people in America. Because America, the Civil War really don't count. War took place here, but Pearl Harbor don't really count. America has never really been touched.
Right.
One, people here haven't really seen, especially in the last 2 or 3 generations, haven't seen a real collapse to where, everybody's feeling it hard, where you don't know where your next meal is going to come from, where the government couldn't step in and give you assistance. It's going to get to the point where the government can't print more money to, soothe the boo-boo.
Right. I got one for you.
Yep.
Isaiah 47:1, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, and sit on the ground. There's no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
America's that virgin daughter of Babylon hasn't been touched, but it's going to be brought down to a low state. Okay? Babylon the Great, it has a allotted time in the scriptures.
Right.
And we're in the last act of Babylon the Great. We're coming up on that season finale. You see? Go ahead.
Take the millstone and grind mill, uncover the locks, make bare the leg.
Yep, and America's being exposed at a rate that it has never been exposed.
Man.
And what is that causing to happen? That's causing nations to buck up against America. Nations that 20 years ago wouldn't even dream about speaking out against what America's doing, and how they don't approve of America's actions.
Right.
Hungary, which is a NATO member, they stated what? If Putin comes to our country, we're not going to arrest him, because what? NATO issued out a warrant for Putin's arrest. Hungary, which is a pivotal country, is going to be a pivotal area when World War III plays out, because that's that little threshold between Eastern Europe and Western Europe. It's like a middle ground. They're starting to side with Russia, man. And Hungary, it provides a lot of natural resources. Okay, so not having that nation on your side, that's going to be a big hit. And they made that open statement about how if Putin came to our country, we wouldn't arrest him. And a bunch of nations are doing that are NATO members.
Said they would arrest him.
No, they're saying they won't.
They won't arrest him.
NATO issued out a warrant for Putin's arrest, and a lot of nations within NATO are saying, man, we ain't doing that shit.
They no hell no. You can't wait to push the button.
Hungary was one of the main nations that was hesitant to even send weapons over to for the Ukraine. They were like, why are we getting involved with this? This is right. They're not even, you know what I mean? So people are seeing and are willing to speak out against America because they don't see it as big bad America anymore.
Right.
So the elites, they're scrambling. They're starting to crash the dollar. They got to figure out how to get everybody in such a state of disarray that they can take the control back.
Right.
Because they're losing grips. They're losing that grip on the wheel a little bit. All right? So that's why they're trying to speed up and usher in some chaos so that they can take back the control.
Uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen.
And part of that shame being seen and the nakedness being uncovered is what? The men of the Lord talking about bringing out the prophecies, bringing out history of how this man has moved and lining that history up with the scriptures to reveal this man for the devil that he is.
Right, yep. I would take vengeance and will not meet thee as a man.
He's not, you know, and when the Lord comes back, he's going to come back as a great angelic power. And knowing little things like that is beautiful, because we had a guy earlier come up saying that he was the Messiah.
Right.
You know what I mean? We know how the Messiah is supposed to actually return. We know the fashion in which he returns. Right. So little shit like that, you know, the elect wouldn't be able to be deceived by little things like that. Because believe it or not, this devil's going to try to push out there, he gonna push false narratives out there as well.
The scriptures say that many shall come. Yes, shall say he is over here. You got it.
Yes.
I ain't got it. I was about to go.
In Matthew 20, is it Matthew 24?
14. I was about to go get it.
24? Matthew 24, did he shall come?
I got something.
We're good.
This is Job 14:5. It says, seeing his days are determined, are numbered of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Hey, and those bounds are being starting to come to a close. All right, Esau has a limit to how far he can go as far as his rulership. And now we're seeing his rulership is starting to crumble. All right, you see, it's like an organized demolition. But overall, he's going to fall in his own basically pit that he's created.
Hey, the scriptures give you the points of where he ain't gonna be able to pass, man. It says when it tells you in the book of Job when he's about to fill his belly. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord, when he thinks he got this whole new system implemented, man, that's when the Lord is gonna come in and smash it, man. You see, the scriptures are the only thing on the planet Earth that tells you know what I'm saying, everything, man. The beginning to the end, man. You know.
It also tells you in the book of Job in the 14th chapter that his days are determined.
Yeah,
you know his months. Oh, okay, God, that's the spirit. I didn't hear that.
The beauty in knowing that, man, because when shit hits the fan here, people are going to be in utter panic. They're going to be looking for the men of the Lord because that's where the composure is going to be. That's where the wherewithal is going to be.
Yep.
Because, like the brother went into, we know exactly how things are supposed to play out before he tries to fill his belly. We know all the things that have to come to pass.
Right.
All right, before our redemption happens.
Right. You know, this system got to come to pass.
Right.
You know. Right. You know, the chip got to be implemented. You know. This, hey, man, the Lord, he gave us the blueprint, man. Yeah. We got the cheat sheet. You see.
So when you have understanding of those things, it's going to allow you to have what? Stability of thy times.
Yeah.
Right? That's why we're going to have stability of our times, because we got full understanding of the new song.
Right. Yeah.
We have the new song. And those who don't have it, it's going to be some shit that they see that they weren't expecting.
Right.
So when shit happens that you weren't ready for, what happens usually was, you know, somebody pop out and you wasn't expecting them to pop out. Oh shit. You know what I mean?
Keep winding that box up, till I'm up to pop out.
Yeah, it's gonna be oh shit, and that's gonna cause you to what? To act out of character.
Right.
So a lot of people are gonna take that part. They're gonna do things that the scriptures warn them against doing because they didn't have the full understanding of the new song.
No guidance.
No guidance.
No, the song gave us that guidance. You got to have that full understanding. That's why I say wisdom and knowledge to be the stability of our time.
Yeah.
All right, strength of our salvation. You have to have a stable foundation. All right, to know what's coming. Because what's coming is going to rock a lot of people's worlds up. And what they're going to do if they not, you know, that's the thing when somebody come and steal on somebody.
Yeah.
You know, blah, they ain't coming.
Yeah.
It hurt a lot worse than when you just know and get prepared for that hit.
Yeah.
You know?
And that reminds me of that, like basically that stable foundation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Which reminds me of the house built on the sand, you know, on the rock and on the sand, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If your foundation ain't on this rock, man, Yahawah, this knowledge, you know, you got that house that's built on the sand, and those that know the account, you know what happened, man.
Yeah, man. If you built the house on a stable foundation, it can withstand the storm.
Yeah.
And growing up in Florida, you know, houses have to be built a particular way, especially if they're on the coastline, for them to weather the hurricane season. You understand? So that you have beach houses, but they don't build the beach houses on the sand because the whole beach, even like a mile inland, is still all sand.
Right.
What they do is they lay bricks and they'll elevate it on the house. It'll be built on stilts. Sometimes metal, sometimes real thick wooden beams, and it's elevated. So when the hurricane or the sea comes in and it's not shaking. The house isn't easily moved. So that's a perfect illustration in the scriptures when it talks about that sand and you know that rock. Because sand it moves. It moves along with the water. You understand?
Stilts, they are deeply in the ground. They rooted. You know, like I said in the Mark 4, you know, you got to be deeply rooted to withstand, like you say, that water, you know, those winds.
The houses are even built up, the beach houses, they even elevated to maybe like 15, 16 feet. The house, so even if the water levels rise, it was already mapped out. The Lord has equipped us with the tools to already deal with the test. You understand? That's why it's gonna be so beautiful when shit hits the fan. Yeah, it's gonna be a struggle for us too, but we've been equipped. Yeah, man, it's like that.
That's the way it is.
But we've been equipped with the tools to withstand the battle. Now, a lot of leaders of congregations are sending their congregation into this spiritual battle with dull swords.
Because the Lord, what He's doing now with the elect, since you're talking about war, before John take his men into war, what did He do? He briefed them. The Lord is prepping and briefing His men, man, because He knows one day that now is wartime. So the Lord is briefing His men right now. Right now we're in a war room of the Lord. He's briefing us, man. Because right here in Acts 17 and 31, why? It said because He had appointed a day in the which He would judge the world in righteousness. Not what you people think, not what you assume what is righteousness, in the Lord's righteousness. If you say don't put no fucking edge up in your head, don't get it. Don't get no. So this is His way of going to judge you, not how you feel, what you think. Because He had the appointed a day. So America has an appointment. You can't go past that appointment. Because He had appointed a day in the which He would judge the world in righteousness by that man whom He hath ordained. Who is that man? That's His Son Yahawah, man. With the holy angels come back and destroy this place, man. You see? It says, by that man whom He hath ordained, whereof He hath given assurance unto all men. How has He given assurance to all men of the nation of Israel, the elect of the nation of Israel? He said to give assurance unto all men, and that He hath raised Him from the dead. That's the assurance. To show you, like, you know what? I'm going to put my son through this for the nation of Israel, and I'm going to show you what type of man he is. By Him raising him up, man. That's heavy. And the NLT said, for He has set a day for judging the world with justice by the man He has appointed. And He had proved to everyone who this is by raising Him from the dead. The Son Yahawah, man. You see?
We're appointed.
Exactly.
Hey, that's what it is. He's appointed Yahawah, and now He's appointed this time to come back. You know, Yahawah told the 12 that, you know, He don't even know the day and time. But basically what it says, we measuring the time diligently. So we know it is that set of the appointed time when Yahawah is going to come back. But before that happens, you're going to see a lot of turmoil that's going to happen. All right? There's going to be a lot of people that's going to be in disarray. All right? They don't know what to do when times get bad. All right? Times get tough get going. You ain't gonna know what to do. That's why you're gonna see a lot of death. All right, which by famine, all right, which by pestilence. It's gonna get to a point where you're gonna see like families, they ain't gonna know what to do. They're gonna be arguing. You're gonna see a lot of people that's gonna die from their own flesh and blood. They're gonna, you know what I'm saying? A lot when times hit and you can't eat and you starving and you stressed out, don't got no money, don't know when your next meal coming. Yeah, that can cause a lot of frustration and it causes a lot of death. All right? That's why,
Matthew 10 and 30, around the 34th, 35th verse. You know, what does the Lord say? He's gonna basically call a variant between a person and their family. All right, you're gonna basically go against one another. One of the ways you're gonna go against one another is because, like you say, it's gonna start with hard times.
Yep. And the people that's oblivious and unaware of these things, man. Go ahead.
This is Matthew 6 and verse 24. It says, "No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold the one and despise the other. You cannot serve Yahawah and Mammon." And you know, you can't serve Yahawah and Mammon. That's why they didn't put Jake on so much of this, walking around with the stacks of money in their ear. Money ain't gonna be able to save you with the times that's coming. You see now the money system, it's been a collapse. This is about to collapse. Now what you gonna do? What you gonna do? All these assistance, government assistance, all that's gonna come to naught. And people ain't gonna know what to do because they're not prepared. All right? They're not prepping for the day of the Lord, the day and the times that are about to come. They're not prepping for Jacob's trouble.
They don't even know about it.
Nope.
You know, when they go to these church houses and they get taught that nothing but prosperity, you know. They go to the Potter House down here in Dallas, man, and hear a motivational speech, you know. Hear TD Jakes saying, you don't need that person in your life. Nigga ain't breaking nothing down, man.
Right.
You know, he ain't going in the scriptures and telling our people who they are. You know, they ain't being told that all this stuff that's happening on the planet Earth. And here it is. They call these men of the Lord. Right. But here it is. The Lord said He has set a watchman, but a watchman is supposed to warn, man. That's the job of a watchman, is to warn the people, man. Right. You don't see these church pastors warning the people, even amongst Israel, man. You know, they're not truly warning the people. They're telling them, hey, you ain't gonna have to go through no Jacob's trouble, man. Right. You know, they're not preparing the bait. They're telling these people, we need to get land. Forget what GMS talking about. Them niggas is crazy. We need to get it now. We need to get some land. You know?
It was crazy during the time of Noah. Yep. Until that flood came.
Right.
So, like in Matthew 6 and 25, it says, "Therefore I say unto you, take no thought of your life. Wait, what shall ye shall eat, or what shall drink ye shall drink, nor ye for your body, what ye shall put on, if not the life more than meat, and the body than raiment." Well, that's going through what? That's faith. You gotta have faith to not worry about what you're gonna eat. All right, what you're gonna drink. Because it's gonna be, you ain't gonna be able to just go to your faucet and open up and drink some water. We seeing all these train wrecks that's happening. A lot of the mainstream of the water and rivers that we get our water from is being contaminated. Purpose. Yeah. So what you gonna do when you can't just go to your faucet? You can't just go buy a bottle of water. What was that in Philadelphia or somewhere they said Philly? You can only get like three things of water, and I think that was like at Sunday at 11:59. They were like, basically, don't be drinking no more water out your fountains. Come get some bottled water because it was contaminated.
Yeah. What are these people supposed to do? So if they can't drink the water, that means they can't bathe in the water. Yeah. You know, and those 3 packs of water is gonna run fast. But now you got to drink that water. You got to wash with that water. You know, ultimately you got to cook with it. You know.
And Jake ain't never refrained from the lust of his flesh ever in his life. Never fasted ever.
No shit.
Right. So what happens with that kind of hardship is thrust upon them suddenly?
Right.
Are they gonna be able to manage properly? No. Like the brother's going into, they're gonna run through it quick.
But your body is like a machine, if I can say. Your body is like a machine. If you have been receiving that intake every 8:30 in the morning, then you got to eat again at 11, eat again at 2:30, eat again at 7:30. Your body's gonna be wanting that. So you wake up and you ain't got to eat nothing, and it's 11 or 12 o'clock at night. Your body, you're gonna be feeling bad. All right, you're gonna be twitching. You know, especially for the food that Esau is presenting you today. All these genetically modified organisms, all this, you know, this stuff is drugs. It's drugs.
Hey, that's cold, bro. Now the Most High know how Jake eating over here. That's cold. That means the Lord is gonna weaponize, so famine is gonna be a weapon towards these people.
Right.
That's the Lord, bro.
People,
You see?
they go 2 days without eating. These people that have never fasted, 2 days without eating or drinking to a person that's never fasted, nothing. Their body's gonna go into shock. A lot of people are gonna die of hunger. Read that scripture I asked for, brother. Yeah, because you got on one side, you was done. Was you done? Was you reading? Yeah. Okay. On one side, we gonna walk by faith, because you asked the question, what are you gonna do during that time? With the men of the Lord, they're gonna walk by faith. They're gonna have the understanding that the Lord's gonna provide for us.
That's right.
He provides for the birds, all the things of the earth. How much more so us? The scriptures tell you that.
Right.
We have so many examples throughout the scriptures, like Elijah when he was on the run, man.
Right.
He had the Lord had the ravens bring him meat. We're gonna believe on that level, and the Lord's gonna comfort you, man.
That's right. That's right.
That's the kind of faith you gotta have, man. And the Lord ain't gonna deal with you if you ain't got that kind of faith. That's what He's looking for. He says, "What when the Lord returns, shall He find faith on the earth?"
Right.
All right.
Right. We going through that now, man. The Lord's showing us now, even in our everyday lives right now, man.
Yeah.
You know, just like when David went getting ready to fight Goliath, what did he do? He boasted of those past experiences of the Lord delivering him, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what, hey, the Lord is building us up with these experiences now, man. You know, so that way when we come into those times where food may be scarce or water may be scarce, you know, we know hey, some shit probably happened to us then, like, damn, what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm saying? But you have faith in the Lord, and a couple of days, man, when my Lord came through with something, you got to check out of fucking nowhere or something like that. But it's, hey, these are experiences, man.
The Lord might have us go 4 or 5 days without eating or drinking.
Right.
And we like, damn, what's, just to cleanse our bodies, all the damn toxic shit we sort of put in our bodies.
Right.
And then, the food that He delivers to us is food that actually builds our bodies. You know what I mean? You gotta be, the Lord works, His thinking is far beyond what your thinking is, right?
Right, man, the Lord rained manna from heaven. You think He can't do it for you in this time?
Yeah.
Right, you know? Right. Like the brother said, having an angel coming to minister unto Elijah, or that raven bringing him food, man.
Right.
See?
Shit, the Lord could put a spirit on you to where you don't eat for a week, but it's like you didn't even notice.
Right.
He gives you He puts a spirit over your body where it's preserved, like how the Israelites were walking through 40 years, their clothes didn't wear out.
Right.
It was preserved. The Lord could put the spirit over your body to where it's just preserved. You know what I mean? Before you get your next meal.
Exactly. And if I can add, just like the brothers are, the Akim are going through all these different things, scenarios. The scriptures say that the things written 4 times was written for our learning, man, our knowledge. We have faith, which, Proverbs 11:1, you know what I'm saying? We have faith because we have these accounts, you know what I'm saying? And the things written in this book, in the Bible, the Lord says that His word shall not come back to Him void, but it shall accomplish the thing whereto He sends it. And the Lord is a man that He cannot lie. Right. So if you have that faith, you're going to believe the accounts and the things that are written in the book, in the Bible, man. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
And the Lord said this. Go ahead, brother.
God, this is Isaiah 65:13. It reads, "Therefore, thus saith Yahawah by Hashem Yahushai power, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry."
Yeah. The Lord's servants are going to eat. Those who are rehearsing the righteous acts and walk in faith, they're going to be good. All right? But those who walk contrary, if you are being a niggard, all right? Or if you're one of these other nations, man, there's a particular judgment allotted for you.
Right.
And there's nothing that you gain on this side that's going to deliver you from that, man.
Right.
This Jake with this big ass Jake with these tight ass pants, man.
Right.
You know? I
Skinny
just
jeans. Tighter than goddamn woman's, man.
Yeah,
Right,
bro.
right. His pants tighter than hers.
He about to get a yeast infection.
Man.
Yeast infection.
Nigga ass gonna be chafed.
Man, seriously. Painted on jeans. Come on,
God
bro.
damn, bro.
Oh, stop it.
All right, hey, you read that again, bro.
Back at the top, Isaiah 65:13. "Therefore, thus saith Yahawah by Hashem Yahushai power, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry."
Yeah, so there's duality to the Lord. He's going to be delivering some, a small portion of people, right? And a lot of people are just going to be allotted to destruction.
Right.
All right? there's an image painted of that in 2nd Ezra's 15 or 55, starting 55. You good.
2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 55. It says, "The reward of thy whoredom shall be in thy bosom, therefore shalt thou receive recompense. Like as thou hast done to my chosen, saith the Lord,
even so shall the Most High do unto thee.
Yeah, man. America, all these nations that were against Israel, there's a recompense for them. On top of that, 2/3 of our people that were against the Lord's men, there's a recompense that you're going to partake of as well. Go ahead.
And shall deliver thee into mischief. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy city shall be broken down.
Hunger, the sword, the city's being broken down. All right, a man desiring to enter into the city and not being able, because they're setting up these 15-minute cities. They want to restrict the people's movement to have more control. All these things, all these different dilemmas are getting ready to come upon the people. And we're here warning them, but it's only the elect are really going to repent, man.
Right.
But you had something?
Just a little bit more. Because it says, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field.
Could you read that first verse, that previous verse?
All right, 2 Ezra 15 and 57. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy city shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger.
That's what I wanted, because the brother was mentioning earlier. Jake, you mentioned. We gotta get land. You got Jake that's thinking they can buy land and try to escape. They can go to the countryside, or they can go in the mountains and be delivered. No, this judgment is coming upon all the earth, no matter where you are. Even if you're a passport, bro, so I'm just gonna go to a different country. Wherever you are, bro, the judgment of the Lord is coming.
And that's why it says in Amos, the day of the Lord shall, the day of the Lord shall be darkness and not light. And as a man ran from a lion and a bear metal, it was giving those accounts. It's basically showing you that man couldn't escape judgment, man. No matter where he tried to run, man. And just going right to what the brother said, man. It don't matter where if you try to leave America and go to Africa or go to these different parts of the earth, man, you're not going to escape that judgment the Lord is going to bring, man. Yeah. You see?
It's like you see those movies where the person's trying to run away from somebody, and it's like they're running on the treadmill. They're running in the same spot, and then the person gets them anyway. Or like Jason, these niggas will be hauling ass in the movie.
Right.
And Jason, they paying to Jason, he just speed walking and he hawked their ass down.
Right.
That's how the judgment of the Lord is gonna come upon you. There's no escaping it. It's written for it to come upon all the world. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 58. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood, for the very hunger of bread and thirst of water.
Yeah, a lot of people, even those lower upper class Edomites, they got bunkers. They're building their own tools.
Right.
That's all that's really going down. You know what I mean? Now, a lot of people, they're stocking up food for the prophets. Because the Lord's going to have it to where you don't get to enjoy that substance. You know what I mean? People think they have some kind of say or control over their destiny. Our destinies were already written.
Right.
All right? There were people that were chosen before the foundation of the earth, man. Their destinies are written. The same way 2/3 of our people, destinies are written. The same way Esau's destiny is written. You see? Man's going to the Lord. Go ahead.
That's it.
Okay. That's what you said. You mentioned like people, they don't understand, they saving up for the prophets. You got to think here in like Texas, people drive 20, 30 miles just to go to work and back. You never know. You can have like an EMP or something might go off. Your car, everything's not working. Everything is electronic right now. You ain't finna walk no 40, 50 miles to get home and probably be safe.
That's right.
You gotta go through these bridges and all that. No, this is a big city. So you probably gonna be somewhere far out from your home and can't make it back. And you got all that food stored up. And the prophets can probably be right there next door.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. To get anywhere here in Dallas, you're driving 20, 30 minutes, man.
Mm-hmm.
If you're lucky.
Right.
You know? So you 15 minutes in a car versus 15. I dare you, next time you put something in your GPS, instead of car, click the walk-in.
I did that the other day.
Man.
Yeah. Click and see how long it,
2 hours.
Nah, 6. A lot of times it should have saved like 14-hour walk.
Yeah.
Like if you in Garland and you trying to get to Arlington, yeah, bro. Because you're not just walking on the on the highway. You gotta do shit. Now think about that in the time when people, you know, you got a group of people on this block and they just waiting for people to come through with supplies because they don't have anything. You see, if you watch the movie Book of Eli or Bushwick on Netflix, it shows you, because on Bushwick is a very great illustration, because it shows you how long it took them just to get to the end of the block. Because all the danger they had to avoid just to get to the end of the block. So you telling me you done stocked up food in your house, but you got caught out there 6 hour walk from your house. You think you gonna get to enjoy that substance? Hell no. You know?
Isaiah 55:8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. Yeah, man. All the time what the brother saying, man. You know, just because you got a so-called came up with a plan, a doomsday plan for when shit hits the fan, what you and your family gonna do in that time, don't mean that shit don't go that way, man. Right. You see? Because you ain't factoring in the Lord.
Yeah. Right. They showed you that in that movie, what was it, when the lights went, was it called Blackout?
Blackout, yeah.
Yeah, remember that one family made all them plans, then nothing went according to the plan that they made, bro.
Your ways are not the Lord's ways, man.
And the Lord plans 100 steps ahead, bro.
Right.
The Lord had it to where David, as a kid, was getting good on the harp. For what purpose? So that so he could be amongst Saul, right? When he put those spirits on him, and that kind of set David on his route for the Lord to set him up as king. He had to develop a skill as a way back as a child and get good at it. Not for the purpose of just being good at it, but to be in a specific place at a specific time, so David can be ushered into his purpose. Right. The Lord thinks that far ahead. You know what I mean? Further than that, that's just a small example.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when we saying these things, it's not far-fetched.
He's planned ahead from the beginning.
Yeah.
Hey, before that there be light. Before that there be light, it was already planned.
And man's goings are of the Lord.
Right.
How you gonna get around that? What's that in Job where it says that to take purpose from man, to hide pride from him? Job 34, 33 or 34. You know, and it goes into that in Job, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord seals your instructions, man. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing anything outside the purpose, will, purpose, and pleasure of the Lord, man.
Outside the script.
That's
the
right.
The script is written in you.
That's it.
Man, for real.
Esau being proud and being like, oh, I'm going to be like the Most High.
Right.
The Lord wrote for him to make that.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, man, a lot of times when you see all the bullshit and the wickedness, can you really be upset?
Right.
Because it's like the Lord wrote it out this way.
Exactly.
Yeah, it makes us upset because we hate wickedness.
Right.
But you get to the understanding of where you're like, damn, the Lord wrote for everything to happen.
Right.
So that gives you a completely different perspective when you go through hardships, when things happen.
Right.
Because you're like, okay, what is your thought is now? Why did this happen to me? It's what is the Lord doing?
Right.
What purpose does this serve?
Right.
Because it ain't just happening.
Right.
So it allows you to have to be very cerebral about your surroundings and the things people might even say to you in passing, the stuff you may see throughout the day. It allows you to look at things through the spirit.
Right. That's funny you say that. Father said that, man. Everything is spiritual.
Yeah.
Everything you say could have said that coming. Everything is spiritual, man. Job chapter 33, verse 15. It says, in a dream, in the vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon their bed, then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instructions.
So when you lay down to sleep and slumber and sleep at night, that's when the Lord is sealing instructions, man. So whatever plan you made the day before that you may have set for the next day, the Lord is going to seal instructions for how he wants it to play out, man.
Right.
You know, go ahead.
It says, verse 17, that he may withdraw man for his purpose and hide pride from men.
The will, purpose, and pleasure of the Lord. He going to withdraw man from his purpose, the things you plan to do, to hide pride. Because
men are prideful, man. They like to take credit for things, man. And the Lord is the one who is gonna get all the credit at the end of the day, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that pride.
Hey,
You know?
how can you be a power to create every spirit on the earth and not have control over it?
And bro,
That don't make any sense.
brother. Man,
You got a earth that's sitting, a spirit that's sitting in the air,
Right.
Just hanging. Jake don't understand, man. We live in a two-dimensional world, man. The most I sit in the third dimension.
Right.
Anyway, that's it.
That's
Yeah.
too cerebral for Jake.
Yeah, man. He looking down upon us, man.
Right.
We see the moon, but we don't know like what's around it.
Right.
Now you in the third dimension, you looking down on everything.
Right.
Well, yeah, the fourth dimension, so to speak.
Well, right.
To put in perspective what Bond is saying, if you have a storybook, like say you took a children's book and you ripped out all the pages and you laid the pages from 1 to 30 all out at the same time, you can see the whole story, the beginning and end at once.
Right.
You exist outside of time.
Right.
You exist outside of the story.
Right. Beautiful.
Okay? So everything's still to you.
Right.
You can see everything. Oh, this happens here, and this happens.
Right.
You know, it's,
Right.
you exist outside of it.
Right.
That's a light way to explain how the Lord exists outside of us.
Right.
He wrote the book, and it's the script, and it's just laying there in front of him.
Right.
There's nothing that's gonna happen that's new. No. It's all written exactly according to plan.
Just like a writer in Hollywood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That writer knows the beginning, middle, end. He knows exactly, you know what I'm saying? The ins and outs of what he wrote, of the movie he wrote.
That's right.
You know?
Lord said who has set even like the waters, who has set the bounds of water in like his garden, of the paraphrasing, Proverbs 30. You know, he basically has set even the waters even go so far and come down. It was already set. You know, so when you setting up, even like a director, he's a writer of a play or a movie. They wrote the movie, all right, and like when you go into Genesis, the Lord said this is good, so it's already been written and played out. So the movie, like you said, from the beginning to the end, it's already been written. So now he's saying, all right, we're going through the pages, we're going through the movie, all right. The director's gonna say cut. The director's gonna say, okay, action. So when these certain things that happen in these times that we live in the past, the present, or the future, it's Yahawah, the Most High, is setting the stage and saying, action. Let's get this to play now. Just like we said to that council in the heaven said, who's gonna basically bring Ahab to fall. It was the council, and then what did he say? All right, that council, go do it. Action.
So with that counsel, you gotta realize that the Lord, He had that mapped out ahead of time. What everybody was gonna say, who He was gonna pick, and He had it happen so we could go back to it in this time for our learning.
Gotta count.
That conversation with Job, huh?
Now, when you say the Lord, like that account you're going into, the Lord put that in there to show us, like, look, ain't no such thing as a quick. Like, bro.
Just to illustrate, he said, I'm gonna have this happen. So in Babylon the Great, the prophets will have this example to go to show that there's no free will to the believers.
Right.
I'm gonna have this conversation with Job and question him and show it that he doesn't have understanding like my understanding, so people realize that my understanding is higher than their ways.
Right.
I'm gonna have these things happen specifically. You know what I mean? So that should give you a different perspective. You know, your day to day when you're going through life, when you're dealing with people. When a brother might say something, the Lord wrote for him to say that.
Right. Yep. That's why when shit happen, brothers be like, shit, it was written.
Yeah.
Right. We understand it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like coming for the apostle talking to you, like he talking to you.
Yeah. And it was written for us to realize that it was written.
Right.
Right. Right.
Yeah, straight up, though. I got something real quick, bro. This Proverbs 19 and 21 in the NLT, it says, you can make many plans, but the Lord's purpose will prevail. Showing you right there, man. Like the brothers going into it, going, man, they can think they got all these plans, but they said, yeah, you can make many plans, but the Lord's purpose, that's going to prevail, man. Like the brother said, you got a lot of these people harping on food for the elect.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna even get to touch it, man.
Right.
Why? Because that was the Lord's purpose for them to spend their life storing all that food just so you can bring that scripture, what the brother read earlier, my servant shall eat, to pass, right?
That's right. We gonna run across the deep freezer. Hey, they got lamb in the deep freezer.
Yeah, to be real. To be hard clean.
Yeah,
Amos chapter 5 and verse 18, it says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you?
To what end is it for those who are not pursuing righteousness? Okay? No, I'm not talking about, my days are blurring together. It was last week. He put that video up with a nigga woman. She said, I'm ready for World War III. That way I ain't got to work. I ain't got to pay no more bills.
I feel it.
Yo. But she gonna reap destruction.
Right. She on, yeah.
Because she's not in the spirit of seeking righteousness, seeking meekness, so that she may be hid in the day of the Lord's anger.
Exactly.
So what end is it for her? Go ahead, brother.
It says, for the day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
She take it out the leg and it's gonna look. Right. It's gonna fall down. Go ahead.
You start floating up like on fucking whatever.
Verse 19, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him.
So you escape the bear.
Yeah.
You go in and you, oh man, I got away from that bear. And the serpent bites you. And before that was a lion, correct?
Yep. Yep.
All right, so that's illustrating to you escaping one peril, one life-threatening situation, only to run into the next. That's what the day of the Lord is going to be. People are going to, it's going to be to even the mighty man, they're going to be in a spirit of fear. Because there's not enough muscles. You can't go to the gym enough to combat Jacob's trouble.
Hell no. Bro, people ain't going to be able to fathom. Their mind going to be so warped. They're not going to understand how the animal going to change their living situation. All the animals going to be coming. You're going to be trying to run down the street, going to be fucking lion, tigers, and bears literally in this motherfucker, bro. The zoos, ain't gonna be no zookeeper watching over the animals. They're gonna be breaking out them cages.
It's gonna be animals that's not usually carnivores doing things.
Right.
You know what I mean? Animals that usually don't even want to eat meat, and that's what they're gonna have to resort to because they live in a concrete city.
Hey, because remember back then time ago with the flood, but before the flood came, it said the ground break in the springs. The water underground was coming up. It rained in the water from, so like, yeah, bro. So
no escape.
Yeah, bro. Ain't no way around it, man.
Jeremiah chapter 11 and verse 11. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape. And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them.
Yeah. The people gonna be crying unto the Lord then. They say, regard every atheist just before they die, they call out to God.
Right.
People know that there's a higher power. And let me tell you something. Let me let you in on a secret. Everybody, before the destruction really goes all the way through, is going to know about Yahawah Yahawah. Because the Lord's going to make it to where this word is the primary focus all over the world. Especially when the troubles really hit. When the scourges are playing out, in the midst of Jacob's trouble, people are going to be looking for the men of the Lord, man. But the Lord's going to cause it to where our tongue cleaves to the roof of our mouth.
Ezekiel.
Yep.
3. All right, verse 12, it says, then shall the cities of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto the gods whom they offered incense, but they shall not save them at all in the time of their trouble.
And who are some of the gods that people worship here on this side? Well, you saw one recently. That's Syrians in 2020. They trust science. People are gonna cry unto, gates of hell. They're gonna cry unto the powers that be. A lot of women, they gonna be. I want to see all the women that lean on astrology then what they gonna be doing.
Right.
How much that shit gonna matter?
Right, exactly.
People gonna be crying on the white Jesus during that time, and realizing that there is no power in the name of Jesus. But there is power in the name of Yahawah. All right? People are going to be realizing these things. And what's really going to make it evident is when the Lord lifts up that standard. Because the enemy is going to come in like a flood, even during that time. But when the Lord lifts up that standard, that's when a lot of people are going to be willing. The scriptures say that. In the day of thy power, thy people shall be willing.
They got faith in Jesus, but even that time, they faith that they have in the white Jesus, they're gonna even lose that.
Man, the Lord gonna have it in that day when you call on Jesus, shit get worse. Every time.
Right.
Every time you call on Jesus, shit is gonna get worse. You're gonna be like, damn, I gotta stop doing that. Right? Yeah, man.
What is that? That statue of Caesar Borgia, Jesus in Brazil?
Yeah.
They put up there too, talking about when when 2020 hit, they were like, trust in the syringe, you know. They put that on, like, on there.
Oh my goodness.
You know,
But they,
so-
every apocalyptic movie, they always show you that statue in Brazil falling.
Yeah, always. Shit, they just gotta let you electrocute it. A bolt
Oh, yeah,
of
yeah.
lightning just came and struck it down.
And then they
Struck
right in the
part of
forehead.
it.
Now, boom.
Yep. Damn. Every doctor's confounded. All them idols, man, they're just idols, man.
Lord
Just
ain't
made
with
of
that, man.
Wood and stone, man. But this is a living power that we talking about.
Right. I got one real quick, just to, you know, going into what the brothers have been going into, and the brother just mentioned how ain't gonna be, you know, these people gonna lose faith. This is 2 Ezra 5:1. It says, nevertheless, is coming the tokens, the things that the Lord is about to bring into the earth, man. It says, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden. You know, just like the brother said, you know,
famine of the word.
Famine of the word is coming. The prophet's gonna be taken off the street and shut up, man. Isaiah 24:10. They're gonna be crying in the streets for the wine. You know what I'm saying? They'll be crying for this wine, man. It says, and the land shall be barren of faith, man. You know what I'm saying? So just like the Kahan said, man, they're gonna lose faith, man, because they're gonna be calling on their idol gods and they're not gonna get an answer, man. You know, situation's gonna get worse, like the brother said, man. You know.
But here it is in Proverbs 1:21. It said, she uttereth her voice in the streets. Wisdom is crying out loudly right now.
Yeah.
That's why also the Bible said, raise up thy voice like a trumpet.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? So right here, so now wisdom is calling his people. Right here in Jeremiah 18:17, I will scatter them as an east wind before the enemy. I will show them the back and not the face in the day of their calamity. That's talking about, see, right now the Lord is showing his face to us out.
Right.
By giving us his wisdom and knowledge and understanding.
Right.
He gonna turn this back, man. He gonna pull this away from the earth. He gonna hold the book. It's time to go. That's how he gonna turn this back upon you, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man.
And he's gonna laugh at your calamity. That's
Right.
why in Proverbs 1, it tells you that what the people are gonna be doing when the Lord was showing his face. They're setting at naught all of his counsel. Right now, this is the counsel of the Lord, man.
That's it.
By default, everybody in the world right now is talking about prophecy. How? Because they're talking about what's going on with America, World War III, digital currency. These are things that our apostles have been talking about for years. And what people are soon going to come to realize is that, you know, they're guessing and we're telling. We're knowing. Because exactly how the scripture says it's going to play out, that's what's going to start to play out. People are like, hold on. It seems like these guys know exactly what the fuck is going on. They're not speculating. Right.
And if I can add too, the scriptures say, I'm trying to remember what it was, trying to take from it. As a matter of fact, let me bring this out real quick. It says Isaiah 55:6, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near, like the elder was saying. You know, the Lord's face is towards his people right now, man. So you should be seeking the Lord. He's near right now. His face is toward them. But just like the other con said, that Israel sets at naught all his counsel, man. You know what I'm saying? Israel is a hard-headed, stiff-necked people. That's why Hosea said in the 4th chapter, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, man. They're rejecting this knowledge, and it's gonna lead them to destruction, man. They're gonna be destroyed, man.
Israel's that badass kid that you admonish them time and time again, and he just won't listen. What did we do with kids like that in ancient Israel? You admonish them, you take them to the priest. You know what I mean? They still don't want to get right. What do you got to do? You got to stone their ass. You got to put that dog down and let that spirit come back right. That's what's happening with 2/3 of our people, man.
That's gonna be an example. They make an example, man. They put fear in all the people, man. That's why I say that's when you say that. It said, then shall you put evil away from Israel, man.
Right.
See, a lot of people learn jobs. They see something, bro. You gotta imagine that, bro. You know, you stoning this. Flop. Turn the little kid up.
Crack his head.
Right.
His eyes roll back.
Everybody
start hyperventilating. You still. Yeah.
That's gonna put fear out. Shit, hell no. I ain't doing that.
Right.
You know?
Got me fucked up. I'm just gonna do my box thing.
You know, I'm gonna lie for 15 seconds. Yeah, that's sticking my last word. did it.
They ain't throwing on rocks. They throwing boulders.
And yo, and even the nations, they gonna be like, damn.
Yeah.
The Lord did that to His own.
Right.
What He gonna do to us if we start tripping? So you know, even when they go back to their own lands, and one of their own people start tripping, they gonna be like, motherfucker, we gonna get rid of you.
Yeah.
Cause you gonna bring evil upon the whole nation. That's how they you know what I mean? They gonna police. They gonna get to the point where they were policing each other.
Yeah.
They gonna be, oh, you got this shit. You know, you got that little sibling that y'all start doing some shit. Like, I'm gonna tell daddy. Cause y'all, that's how they gonna be amongst each other.
Go ahead. Proverbs 6, verse, Proverbs 5 and verse 20, start at 21. It says, for the ways of man are before the eyes of the Lord, and He pondereth all His going. You know, that's one thing showing that the Lord is basically ordering the steps of man that's walking upon earth. It says, his own iniquity shall take the wicked himself, and he shall be holden with the cords of his sins. He shall die without instruction, and in the greatness of his folly he shall go astray. And that's a lot of the 2/3. All right, they don't got this understanding. They don't got the instructions on what to do to what's coming. So they're gonna die without instruction, not knowing.
Knowledge.
How do I do that? No, death.
Right.
Hey, the Lord is going to bring a mass death on this earth. Showing that time, what was that in Turkey when he just had that big old earthquake? Hey, bro, that's just basically a prelude to what's to come. You're going to be seeing 50, 60, 100,000 people perishing. And they ain't going to know what's going on, why the reason. That's why the 100 mentioned. They're going to be losing a lack of faith. And they're like, why the Lord ain't saving us? Where's Jesus? Why He's not delivering us? We see hundreds and thousands of people dying.
A lot of all them Christians that's getting the gumption to try to come up and combat us, and they failing.
Right.
They gonna realize, hold up, maybe they got it right.
I know, right?
Cause I didn't know nothing about this stuff. That stuff started playing out. They gonna be like, I don't got no answer for this.
Right.
They either gonna stop believing, or then those people are really gonna start trying to find the defend the Lord.
Pastor, help us, tell us something.
Yeah. Them pastors gonna be lunch food.
They're gonna be in that doughboy spirit, man. Yep. Tell the guy why his kids they smoke every night.
Yeah.
They're gonna be in that spirit, man. Because all the judgment the Lord's gonna bring on the earth, they're gonna be like, damn. Yeah, right. You know? Yeah, right. They don't understand the true nature of Yahawah Bashim Yahushua, man.
Right.
Why? Because Esau, like the scripture say, he blasphemed, man. Okay. Against the name, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Which is the reputation of the Lord as well, man, and what He stands for. Job 9:24, He covered up the faces of the judges, man. Right. I mean, He's covering up judgment, man. True righteous judgment and what the Lord stands for, man. The standard that the Lord stands for, man. Esau is covering that up, man. Right. You see? But with now these people, with love, man, with accept everything. Yeah. But they gonna come to find out that the Lord is not down with it. We read that in Romans 1 yesterday, man. How the Lord was talking about them moles, man. And how, hey, Paul was saying it, man, those who do those things are worthy of death, man. You see? So these people are about to find out the true nature of Yahawah Bashim Yahushua, man. Okay? But I got a quick one, bro. This Jeremiah 15:1, it says, then the Lord said unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be towards this people. Cast them out of my sight, and let them go forth. And this shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as for death to death, and such as for the sword to the sword, and such as for the famine to the famine, and such as for the captivity to the captivity. You see? So you got, just like the elect was predestined to be saved, man, you got people, like it says in 2nd Ezra, man, let the multitude now perish that were born in vain. You got people that were predestined to die in certain ways, man, in these end times, man. Like it said, such as for death to death, such as for the sword to the sword, such as for famine to famine, and such as for the captivity to captivity. What does that mean? Those concentration camps, man. Right. You know? And then it says in the next verse, verse 3, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord, the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. Because the Lord is going to put the spirit on these animals, man. The Lord is going to put the spirit on these animals. The Lord is going to put the spirit on these animals, man, to get busy, man. You see?
When you read, you know, they got movies like this movie called Ghost in the Darkness, man. It was about these lions over there in this part of Africa, man. You see? And the Lord, and those people was calling those lions, man. They was calling them devils, man. You know, because they had a certain spirit. They wasn't like normal lions, man. You know, they were smarter than the average. They was getting out all the traps Esau was setting up for them, man. You know, so the people started calling them devils, man. Calling them evil spirits. Why? Because the Lord, like it says in the book of Sirach, man, there are spirits that are created for vengeance, man. You see? It talks about the scorpions and the teeth of wild beasts. You see? So the Lord, and the spirits upon the earth, people are going to be saying apparitions, man. The Lord's going to let these people see that dimension, man. What is it, that fourth dimension? They're going to be able to see these demons, man. Right. You see? But the Lord is going to have these animals get busy, man. You know? Yep. But on the other hand, I got another one real quick, bro. This is Wisdom of Solomon 16 and verse 24 in a GNT. It says, "You created the universe. It is at your command. All creation uses its power to punish the unrighteous people, but it becomes mild and kind to those that put their trust in you." You see? Man. So these same lions and animals are going to be getting busy, you know, and bringing forth the judgment of the Lord are going to be mild and kind to the elect, man. Right. But like it says in the book of Job, it says even the beasts are going to be in league with thee, man. Mm-hmm. You see? And the stones of the field, man. You see? This Wisdom of Solomon 16.
Solomon, boy.
You know?
Let me read it real quick. Job 5 and
16 and 5
and 21. It says, "Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of the destruction when it cometh."
Man, they say you're gonna be hid. That's going into their protection, man.
Yeah.
And it talks about it in Psalms 91, man, and various other scriptures throughout the Bible, man. You know, 2nd Ezra 16. It says it talks about the day of trouble come, but the Lord is gonna be the guide to the elect, man. He's gonna guide the elect through, man. You know.
I gotta start up. I'm tripping. This Job 5 and 19. "He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. Yep. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword." Man. And we know that's what's coming upon the war. War, pestilence, famine. These are things all gonna come together at once. Boom. Right. You're gonna be attacked on all sides.
Hey, that sums up also those vows that it talks about in Revelation, them trumpets. Right. Those trumpets, it said in 6 trumpets, and then 7, what's that 7? Yeah. And 7 is gonna be the ICBM missile, man. Yeah. You see? So that right there covers the whole loop, man. Yeah. You know? Yep.
"Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of the destruction when it comes."
Hid from the scourge of the tongue, man. All those accusations that Esau is going to try to bring forth on the true man of the Lord, man. That's right. Okay? Yep. It says you're going to be hid. And how the Lord is showing us now, he got these other camps, man. Yeah. These other camps that have signed these 501c3s and went and changed their name. They're going to be the first, so they're going to be the shield for the true church, man.
Right, shield for the elect.
Right. Yep, exactly, man. Yep.
Verse 22. "At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. Wow. Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beast of the earth." Ooh. So the brother was going into the beast and how he's gonna put an evil, kind of spirit on them towards the wicked of the people. It makes me think of that story of that elephant in Africa.
Wow,
Stopped that lady, and then he crashed the funeral and stopped her. Yo, she had to do some wicked ass shit. Elephants remember everything. And I wasn't even, when I heard the story, my thought was that poor lady. My thought was, what did she do to that elephant? Right. It's a skit on Boondocks. It's a skit on Boondocks. He talked about how they shit on this nigga and shot him or something. He said, I got to thinking to myself, what did he do to make them niggas that mad? Right. That was my thought when I heard that story. Because Esau, man, he does some wicked shit to the people and the environment, but especially the animals, man. When he wants to test some shit, who does he go to first? The Lord's animals.
So Lord finna test your ass.
All right, so they gonna get their revenge too. Verse 22. "At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beast of the earth. But thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beast of the field shall be at peace with thee." There you go, brothers.
Going right back to that Wisdom of Solomon, how like the brother said, the Lord used these animals to bring punishment upon the wicked. But these same animals are gonna be kind and mild unto the elect, man.
Right.
They're not gonna show that hostility towards the elect, man.
Right.
Why? Because the Lord put it in their minds to know. All right, these are all right. They don't, because going back into about that mark, man, exempt from judgment in Ezekiel 9, man.
Wow, man.
The animals gonna see, oh shit, okay, he got that mark,
Things gonna get real spiritual in the midst of trouble.
Right.
You ever got your ass whooped? You get real spiritual. You start to think about it. You start to have inward thoughts, man. You ever been in a fight? You got some licks on you. You start to really reflect. Everybody's gonna be in a reflective state once that ass whooping get to rolling, man.
Yeah.
Okay. And who's been trained to really see things in the spirit? The men of the Lord. We've been exercising ourselves in a spiritual way of life.
Right.
So when things get real spiritual out here, when people they're having to look at themselves in the mirror, because all the things that go on in the world, all this folly that people cling onto, it allows them to not look themselves in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
It allows them to not examine themselves.
Right.
When we're forced to do the opposite right now, the scriptures force you to examine yourself.
Right.
So when it comes time for people to really examine themselves in their ways and to be like, oh shit, I'm a piece of shit.
Right.
We came to that realization when we came in.
That's right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we're gonna be equipped to really to sit back, have that calmness, see what the Lord is doing, have patience, understand that we gotta move in faith, not be frantic.
Right.
You understand? So look, man, this is the most precious thing a man can have. This is the true riches on earth.
Man.
This wisdom and knowledge, bro.
That's right.
Nothing compares to this, man. I don't care if you got $1 billion in the bank. It ain't gonna mean nothing when that time of testing comes.
Right.
Second Ezra 7, started verse 41, it say, even so now, seeing corruption is grown up, and wickedness increased, and the righteous have prayed for the ungodly, wherefore shall it not be so now also? Hey, because we see even today, wickedness have increased. If you go against anything wickedness, you say something against the mold, all right? You say something against the small hand, you get condemned. Council culture. Hey, you gonna end up losing your job.
Yeah.
All these things are happening. Wickedness has, and it said it's grown. It basically has started off and it built up. Because in prime example, watching these old stand-up, Martin, watching Richard Pryor, even Eddie Murphy, Bernie Mac. They used to say, sir, the nip and cookie. What do you call his little nephew? He call it old bundle of sticks.
Right.
Yeah, so if you now look at this today, within 20 years now you say anything like that, all them comedians would have been counseled. So look how fast all this wickedness has grown up throughout this society, throughout Babylon.
And that's a key. That's also a key to identify who's in rulership too.
True.
Because what other times does the scripture, talk about evils growing upon the earth, or was wicked multiplied in the earth?
Right.
When the Greeks came into power.
That's right. This was even multiplied.
After Alexander passed and his 4 generals was ruling, the scriptures talk about how evils increased in the earth. Those same spirits are back and they're in rulership, man.
That's right.
So the wicked is being identified. The leg is being made bare once again. Go ahead.
And if I can add real quick, those people, they still may be able to say those things because there's certain platforms and different, that still say stuff. They call this stuff out, but the reason we can't say it is because we filter and line things up with the scriptures.
Right.
Those people, they just got Jake out there in some folly and madness, so they don't hold them accountable.
They don't see the whole picture.
Right.
They're still, at the end of the day, they're still not a threat.
Right.
Because Esau can't have people really believing and understanding in the scriptures and realizing who he is prophetically.
Right.
Right? So you have people that may say such similar things to what we say, but they don't have the real lubrication of the spirit to really push it. Then Esau let them do it a lot of times.
Right.
But with us, that can't be because we
Accurate.
yeah, we're not only are we accurate, man, but we identify the wickedness in everything.
Right.
Not just one angle.
Right.
Like you talk about, you look at the red pill community, they'll identify how the government, put this part-time between the man and the woman. We go into that. We go into you know, how the wickedness with money.
Right.
We go into the wickedness with the educational system, the food, the animals, all right? The way of thinking, everything top to bottom. His freaky acts that he does behind closed doors. Even your government officials are a part of that. So we really bring together the whole picture.
Right.
So we can't be allowed to say certain things blatantly.
Right.
You know?
So, verse 42, he said, he answered me and said, this present life is not the end, very much glory do abide. Therefore have they prayed for the weak. Say, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come.
So we want destruction to come. Why? Because it has to come for us to step into that kingdom of heaven, for us to receive, you know, the new bodies, for us to have peace on earth. Somebody, after you get that, you get 2 Peter's 2 and or is it 3 and 9 on down? Yeah, go ahead, you go ahead. You finish that off.
It says, wherein corruption is past, cut off, righteousness is grown, and the truth is sprung up.
Yeah, man. A lot of when you a kid, and you know you done did some BS, and you gotta get a whooping for it.
Right.
You ever got the option, you know, you can be grounded or you can get a whooping. You get grounded. Would you rather be grounded and have your oppression? Would you rather be grounded and have your oppression be prolonged, or just get the whooping and get it over with?
Right.
The prophets and those that are operating in righteousness, they're gonna be in the spirit. Let's just get the whooping and get it over with. So we know that day of doom has to come. We know that great death, famine, all this stuff has to play out, man.
Right.
We know a lot of people gonna die. Hey, some of us might, you know, be taken up in it. But that's understanding death is the final. That's a cost you're willing to pay. You know?
We know your works follow too.
Yeah.
Your works follow you.
Yeah.
You know it's gonna get so bad, as it says, the Lord gonna have to put in basically divine intervention, like Daniel 12.
Michael gonna have to stand up, like it says in Daniel 12 chapter.
We're going through affliction. It's written in Acts 14, through much affliction, or tribulation rather, shall ye enter into the kingdom of the Most High, man. So we gotta go through it. So like the Khan said, if you gonna go through the tribulation, you're going through it. Why keep standing this man's oppression and go through it down there when we can go through it here, get it over with? By the time we get out, we're in the kingdom now. We've been in the kingdom all this time. You know what I'm saying?
They keep moving the goalposts.
And a lot of time, you do something, you know, your pops got a whooping. If your pops was there, whoever give you the whooping, they might not even give you as many licks as you were supposed to get.
Right.
That's gonna be the elect, man. We gonna catch hell.
Yeah.
But the Lord he gonna show mercy in a lot of things for us, in a lot of ways. Our experience of Jacob's trouble is not gonna be the same as a wicked nigga's experience of Jacob's trouble, man.
That's right.
And that's the truth.
Yeah.
But what's funny is just a lot of Israelites who don't even understand that they gotta go through some shit.
Right.
They're not. That's not a thought in their head.
Right.
Got some more there?
Out of there. Stay out of there.
This is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 9. It says, the Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as man counts slackness, but is long suffering towards usward.
That's it's always circles back to being Lord being concerned with his family of people.
Yep.
It's like it, brother. Go ahead.
It says, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. It says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night.
What? A thief?
No, go ahead.
As a thief in the night, man. It's gonna come when everybody's, you know, in their comfort.
Right.
You know, then I got this plan. I'm gonna do this. It's gonna shut everything down. It's gonna put everything in an abrupt halt. Bro, think about if tomorrow people woke up and they couldn't purchase anything, or goods stopped being shipped to America because America can't pay for goods with the dollar no more because people don't want to use it.
Right.
Think of how that would fuck up everything for all of these people. Ooh. The women would be fucked up because they wouldn't get no more products.
Yep.
The paint their face, the play make believe on their face all day.
Yeah.
The men would be fucked up. You know what I mean? The men would be in better case than the women.
Yeah.
The children, You understand? Because the violence would erupt soon.
Yeah, almost immediately.
You know, oh my goodness. Kids gonna be turning on their parents for the fickleness of things,
Right.
for the fickleness of rewards. Hey, you get a new iPad if you hear anything, your parents talking about anything funny, you can get rewarded with this new iPad.
Right.
Oh yeah, you got to deal with your kids, but now they just throw the iPad right in front of them. They get on, go on in there and chill out.
And most people don't have a relationship with their kids here on this side anyway. The kids' parents really is the state.
Right.
You know, the kids have more loyalty and more trust in what the state or what their school system or their teacher tells them than what their parents will tell them, because they spend far more time with that school system and the teacher than you get to spend time with.
Yep. Exactly.
I'm saying too, a lot of these men, they're gonna start seeing these women when they can be able to get their weave, and like I say, they'll paint their face on. They can see that beauty in them. Well, I didn't meet this. You met their representative all these years. Now you got to get to see them every day as natural.
Man, a lot of times when I see these women, you know, I undress them, not in a carnal way, like naked, but I imagine them without the weave, the makeup, the revealing clothes, and I just be like, is this woman really attractive, or am I just being, you know, tricked by, you know, the bullshit she got from? Majority of the time, most of these women aren't that good looking or attractive or appealing.
Right.
Even just by the looks. And then that drops double when they start opening their mouth. So, you know, women think they're going to be able to use their beauty or their box, man. Dudes going to be like, bitch, come on.
You going to put up that illusion and all
Yeah, you just going to be something to pass around. And the women that actually are pretty, that's gonna be a curse under them.
Right.
The women that's natural, that's actually legit, just actually pretty, that's gonna be a bad thing.
You better wrap the fuck up.
Yeah, they gonna cover
that skirt. You better cover up in that day.
Because these bitches boasting that shit right now.
Right.
Right now, they boasting. They stunning. They go put the tights on all in the gym.
I'm a modern woman.
Then record a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
This is liberating. You're trying to tell me, for a woman, she thinks freedom and independence is getting naked.
Yeah.
You dumb bitch.
My body, my choice.
Hey, fucking Cinderella lost her shoe and got found love, but the bitch half naked can't find a man.
Right.
I heard that somewhere online. And shit. Cinderella lost her shoe and found love. These both half naked. Don't nobody even want them. No?
Man, you body positivity and independent women. You know what that led to? OnlyFans.
Right.
That's the culmination of that mentality.
Yep.
Sucking fun dip online.
Pouring gravy on your toes and shit. Yeah, pouring gravy on your toes. You got them over paying for it and shit.
Stupid. This place stupid, man. Go ahead.
Back in 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 10, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
Boom! The nuclear missiles. This place is going to be lit on fire, man.
Yeah, right.
This place that has never been touched before is going to be completely destroyed. The mind frames of these people, especially people that grew up here in America, they have a different pride on them. If you ever went to other countries, these people here in America, they've taken on the pride of Esau.
That's right.
He was more stout than the rest of his fellows.
Yep.
They have a different kind of smug look on their face. So they really think they can't be touched.
Right.
They think regardless of what happens, we're gonna come out on top. That's what they think. That's gonna be tested, and America's gonna fail that test. And even Biden told you the other day that the missile defense systems that they have are not up to par to compete with the missiles that Russia and China has. He flat out told the American public that. And it's true.
Yep.
And I'm not just saying it's true because I want it to be true. The scriptures say that.
That's right.
The scriptures say none shall break their ranks. That all those missiles are going to hit their targets. The scriptures actually say that.
Yep. They're gonna climb the walls.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Wall like them motherfucking zombies, boy.
yeah.
Blood of them.
The Spirit of the Lord is going to be on those missiles on top of that. Even if America's defense system was up to par, it wouldn't matter because the Lord's going to have it to where it don't matter.
That's right.
He's going to have it to where those missiles hit their target, man. Go ahead.
It says, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved.
Seeing then that America's going to be decimated, that everything that's associated with America in the West and this way of living is not going to be a thing. How should you be moving and operating? Should you still be being a nigga? Should you still be passing mixtapes out in the parking lot after the club? All right? What the fuck, man? What are you doing?
Right.
You should be concerned. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But that's how Jake is so fucking carnal minded. All he sees is this.
Yeah, that's a video, trend versus reality.
Yeah, man. Back in high school, me and some of the guys I came up with, we were so focused on making it professionally to play basketball. And we used to look at some of the other guys that said they wanted to do it, but they didn't put in the work. We used to be like, man, them niggas live on a tennis ball. I used to look at them like, y'all say y'all want, this, but y'all not fully, y'all see this small little scope of what you could be doing. If you sacrifice now, you can have so much more.
Right.
I was living on a tennis ball my damn self. You know what I mean? Thinking, that's playing about, me and Esau's kingdom, then he, Esau can take that shit away from you, like this. Seeking the kingdom, what the Lord is going to give us, nobody can take away. And it's going to be something that's everlasting. Even just the starter package of what the Lord is going to give us, nothing in this kingdom measures up to it.
Right.
What in this world measures up to immortality? Riddle me that. Nothing. Nothing even comes close to that.
That's right.
What in this world comes, close to manipulation over the elements?
Righteousness on the planet.
Yeah, rulership.
Righteousness on the planet, bro.
Righteousness on the planet Earth, man.
Rest. I'm looking for rest and righteousness. Everything else will come.
Being perfect, never getting sick again. Having assured perfect health.
Being able to be around you, man.
Yeah, airport don't never go down.
Right.
The who?
What
never go down.
nothing comes close to that.
Oh, motherfucker. 7,000 always. Right.
Jake, man, our people, they think big, but they really think small.
Right. Yeah, real.
They'll look at us like, people will look at us like we're underachieving in some kind of way. No, this is the most prestigious thing a man could be doing in this time.
That's right.
And that's how it's supposed to be looked at.
Yep.
That's good.
We are those who are standing against the evildoer.
Right.
A couple more we done.
Verse 11, 2 Peter 3:11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? It says, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens, being on fire, shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth.
New heavens and a new earth. We long for the kingdom. Those who truly love the Lord are going to be longing for the kingdom.
Right.
They're not going to be in the spirit of God bless America. None of the prophets in the scriptures were ever in the spirit of God bless Assyria, Babylon, whatever kingdom they were dwelling in.
Right, yep.
They were never in the spirit of God bless us. No, they were longing for the kingdom. Are you longing for the kingdom? Because if you're not, you need to check yourself.
That's right.
If you're not longing for the kingdom, you're going to burn with this one.
Right.
That's right.
It says, nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Yes, that's good. That was the point.
Ready to wrap it up,
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, that's it. We need to wrap it up. So, hey, Lord willing, the lesson was edifying. Want to give praises once more.